Welcome to Police Marathons, your daily crime stories to fall asleep to. Before we start, drop a comment with what time it is for you right now and where you're watching from. I want to see how far these stories reach across the world. And don't forget to subscribe for tomorrow's marathon.
How did they miss that?
Oh, wow.
How did they miss that?
I have no clue.
It smells. Oh, God.
Continuing into kitchen, we have what appears to be possible
Mel's
organs,
pushing into the kitchen, bold move.
bone, but at this time, Detective Diaz and myself are going to back out.
What does your gut tell you may have been or may be inside those toads in those buckets?
Wait inside the toads, what does that mean?
By September 25th of 2020, Eddie Joe Arteaga had been missing for an entire week. When Alamogordo, New Mexico police went to conduct a welfare check on Steven Gonzalez, they had no idea that the two cases could be connected, and much less
so the
that they would
welfare
be
check
walking
led them
into
to
a
a whole other
gruesome
case.
crime scene. Shockingly so, they remained unaware of that fact for the duration of their visit to the residence. It wasn't until a follow-up call from Steven's family was received that police realized just how appalling the
so they were
situation
right there
was.
and missed it.
Steven, just come to the door, please. Steven. Everything will be okay. Steven,
They're
Steven.
really telling him everything will be okay, knowing what we know.
Just answer the door.
The woman attempting to coax Steven out is his mother, who arrived on scene with his sister. Officers have been attempting to get his attention for at least an hour, but even his mother has no luck, and the officers are
entire
forced to
hour and
consider
nothing,
their
bro.
other
That's
options
crazy.
as the level of concern for Steven's safety continues to increase.
I'm not liking the clicking sound. I don't know what it is. If he's got drugs in there, would he be trying to commit that way?
That clicking
Because
sound
he
got
kept
me
saying,
nervous, bro.
whoever he was talking to, he kept telling them, just remember this. You're putting people's lives in jeopardy. Just remember this. Just remember this. That's kept saying that.
Right.
So I guess he figured somebody
He knew
turned him
something
in
bad
and
was happening in there.
he called in and
I guess he might, but I've never known Steven to be so.
no, okay.
And I've
That's good.
supervised him before.
Okay. So the first time I knocked really hard, he was like, you hear that? That's on you.
So he heard them knocking
I don't know
and
what's
got
going through his
paranoid.
mind right now, but I'm not liking it.
Yeah, no. And he's volatile. I don't trust him. He's got, seriously got brain damage anyways, but
Yeah, this dude is not okay at all.
The details of Steven's potential brain injury have remained confidential, but based on comments his family will later make, it's clear that he has a history of both behavioral and health issues. For now, though, the focus remains on trying to make contact with Steven in a way that keeps
This
everyone
man clearly
safe,
needs help,
but the
not
officers
just a
don't
welfare
know
check.
that they're already far too late for that.
Hey, Steven! Steven, adult probation just wants to talk to you. You need to come to the door, though. Right now, it's not about arresting you. It's about talking to you. But the longer we
already
stand
said
out
they don't
here,
know
the
what's
more
in there,
likely
bro.
that a warrant will be issued for your arrest. Don't make it worse than what it is. They just want to talk to you.
Steven has a prior record with law enforcement. His previous charges include driving with a suspended license,
he already
possession
had a
of a
record on
controlled
top of
substance,
all
and
this.
possession of a firearm by a felon. This record likely explains why probation officers are involved.
Steven, please. Don't do this to us. Don't do it to yourself.
His mom begging him, bro, this is heartbreaking.
Steven, come on out. You're good. Hey!
They've been out there over
You're
an
gonna
hour saying
justify
he's
this.
good.
And I can't reach him. Look at how much smoke that. Look, I'm not.
You're good.
Officer safety is paramount in these types of situations, and it's good practice to stand to the side of a door when making
Yeah,
entry
stand to
in
the
case the
side
person
because you do
inside
not know
decides
what
to
he got
go
in
on the
there.
offensive. However, safety concerns quickly go downhill once officers get inside.
You're good, Steven. Can you talk to me?
Oh yes, sir.
Come on out here.
Can I show you my innocence?
Wait,
I
he's
want a
actually
fair trial
talking
because I
to
told
them
him
now.
the way you do this, they know how to stop it, they know how to block it, and they know how to, you know what I mean, stuff like that. I have barely learned how to, I thought I had finally got all off of me.
Got it. Okay.
And then
Bro,
I
what is
realized
he
I was like,
talking about
what,
right
what
now?
happened to all the everything? Like a bunch of stuff was still going on, and it was
It just
more
kind of messed it. Well, let's talk out here, okay? You're good. Okay. You remember me? I've dealt with you. You've been good with me every time. Okay. Can we talk out here?
It's better out here.
You good, Stephen? You good?
But Stephen
That
is
officer
not
is doing
good,
good,
and the officers
keeping
have
it
no
calm.
choice but to enter the residence. For reasons that will become obvious later, their intrusion makes Stephen even more agitated.
I'll take this trial and expose everything.
Talking about that,
No. We're just talking to you right now, okay? That's why we're here. Can you step on
He's
out?
not in a
Barely
good
learned how to
headspace at
stop
all.
that. Like,
Okay, will you step on out with us?
I look like
You're good. No, we're not worried about that, okay?
like this, man.
That's fine. That's fine.
In case you didn't catch that, Stephen just told his probation officer that he usually doesn't
Wait, what
smoke
did he
meth
just
like
say?
this. Glass pipe still in hand, surrounded by smoke, which is not a great way to avoid being arrested. Even though Stephen hasn't been read his rights at this point, this statement
Bro,
would
they don't
likely
even
be
need to read him
admissible in
rights. He
court.
just
Stephen
snitched
made
on
his
himself.
statement without being asked any questions, which categorizes his statement as spontaneous utterance. Additionally, no one requests that Stephen sets the pipe down to ensure the safety of everyone on the scene. It would be in
They
the
just
best
let him
interest
hold
of
the
the
pipe the whole
officers to
time.
quickly remove all items from his hands and pockets, then clear the rest of the residence. Another concern is that there is a civilian on scene. Stephen's mother has not been escorted out or separated from the officers. It would not be uncommon for the civilian to
get them on
join
out
in
of
and
there.
help Stephen
Come
if it
on.
ever came to a fight, which poses yet another safety risk to the officers.
Okay, is anybody else in the house?
She kept on interrupting me.
You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. Like, can we step out?
No, I don't. I want to
Separated
justify
them
my
up.
stuff.
So-
Before you forget, and you
Okay,
think I'm crazy, sir.
Steven,
Please.
Steven, I'm not
That's why I
thinking
want
you're
my door
crazy. I don't think you're crazy. I don't think you're crazy. You're good. Yeah, that's Steven. You're good.
Can you close that door? Then?
Yeah, we'll close it. We'll close it. We'll close it.
No, I want to prove my innocence.
Bro, they need to
I
get
want
that pipe
Steven,
out
you're
of his
good.
hands.
witchcraft.
As Stephen is being arrested and apparently expressing his concerns about being accused of witchcraft, the other officers on the scene make a cursory search of the premises.
Wait, they said witchcraft,
and when
bro.
we
What
say
is going on?
cursory, we really mean it.
I think they're not.
No, hey, y'all gotta watch it. Hey, y'all gonna let me, you better not kill me, dog. Hey, I'm not guilty of that. Why would I give you this? Hey, stop. Hey, just keep talking.
While searching the master bedroom, the flashlight beam skims right past what appears to be a hacksaw before continuing
just walked
on.
right past
In
a
addition to the
hacksaw.
oversight, it's concerning that the officers don't announce that they're the police as they proceed into the trailer and make no commands for others in the residence to make themselves known and come out
They
with their
didn't even
hands
clear the
up.
rooms
This is a
properly.
very good way for the officer to get shot. If such an altercation were to occur, the homeowner could just say, "This guy just walked into my bedroom holding a gun and I shot him." In many states, the
That's
homeowner
actually
would
a
be
really
deemed
good point, though.
justified.
We're better this way, dog. We're better on the PD, dog.
I almost forgot, dog.
Pittsburgh.
The homeowner would be justified. That's
The totes
wild.
and buckets found in the closets will be deemed critically important, but for now, they go unnoticed. What officers do find is a loaded firearm, along with more drugs and paraphernalia
missed
in
the
Stephen's
hacksaw, but
pockets
found the
and
gun.
strewn about the living room. All of these items constitute violations of Stephen's parole, eliminating any question of whether or not he'll be arrested. You may be wondering why police are conducting
Yeah,
a
bro,
search
parole
without a warrant.
violations
Stephen,
sealed the
along
deal.
with most other offenders, are typically placed on what is called searchable parole or probation, meaning that warrants and probable cause are not needed
That
for
explains why
administrative
they just
searches of a
walked right in.
probationer or their home. A warrantless search of a parolee only needs to be based on a condition, which the prisoner agreed to observe during the balance of his sentence. Often these conditions are written broadly and include terms like, shall
So
not
basically,
violate
they
any
can search
laws or
you for anything.
regulations. Therefore, it seems that in this situation, the in-depth search is legal. Not that it does much good, however. Police still managed to miss the vast majority of the evidence sitting in plain sight.
I understand I'm innocent.
You know, I have to
They
check.
Let me
literally
explain
walk past
everything.
bro.
My cousin has a history. Do not blame. I could explain for everything. I do. I know they did some
Drink some water
stuff when I
first.
first got into this.
Drink some water first.
And I wanted to kill
Bro
them.
is
Like,
already
and that's why I
making
did not
excuses.
want to risk my life and let that happen again.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you did it.
And the stuff that you're gonna find in here, you're gonna think I'm looking very guilty. I'm just explaining. You know what I mean?
Bro, you already
So like,
look guilty.
you know,
They
like
found
people were
everything.
going with their own
who
eyes.
else
You know,
do you
my bad. Excuse me.
If not you, who else?
Huh?
Who else?
Let me get some water and I can show you for myself.
Polydipsia, or increased thirst, can be a side effect of drug use, perhaps explaining Stephen's incessant
That's why he
request for
keeps
water
asking for
throughout the
water.
arrest process. However, there is also a common theory that drinking an entire gallon of water before a drug test will allow a person to pass. Though it is possible to get a false negative on such a test, it's usually not this easy. Also of note
Yeah,
is the
that
fact
water
that
trick
Stephen
barely
doesn't
works,
mention
bro.
what he's trying to
Nice
explain. Police probably think he's talking about his obvious drug use, but the truth is far darker.
So Jerry, I think you guys are gonna kill me, bro.
No.
The truth is far
That's the
darker,
last thing
bro.
we want.
What
Like,
is
why
in
did they
those
let them
totes?
bang on the window? You know what I mean?
Because then
Well, they
you
gotta
can
talk to you.
contact with you. All you have to do
I
is
told
come
them
to
the only
door
way
and
to
talk
find
to
the
them.
truth about is if you guys calm down. And she kept banging. I said, calm down, bang,
he's
bang,
trying
bang.
so
And then they're
hard to
running all over
explain
the
this
place.
away.
I was like, I'm not gonna risk my life in all these lives. Can you shut the door so I could show you?
Paranoia, like Stephen is showing here, is also a common sign of drug use. Although in this case, it'll eventually come out that Stephen
what do they
really
mean,
was
eventually
trying to
come
show
out?
police something horrifying. His concerns for his life, however, don't appear to be based on reality.
Yeah,
When I
we're
finally got it, it was-
let's
no.
go talk to here, okay?
In the
Steve,
room?
Steven,
privately out here.
No, I have to show you because I am not.
Okay, talk.
Bro.
Come on, Steven.
really trying
You're
to
good.
show
You're
them
good.
something, bro.
Let's just talk out here, okay?
While police are doing a good job de-escalating the situation, it would serve them best to promptly remove everyone from the scene. They clearly don't want to fight Stephen, and
They
for good
really need to
reason,
get everyone out of
considering
there.
the substances he's on. But the longer they spend at the house, the more potential danger they could face.
You won't regret it. I'm sorry. And it sounds so stupid. I have to smoke meth before it gets. I think it's before it gets too far because I barely learned how to. I guess you could say control it. I just want to explain this in court.
what is it exactly that you're trying to explain? Because you still haven't said.
That I am innocent because they kept on denying me. It's my fault. I panicked, but I had guns in my head and I have
Wait, he
PTSD.
had a gun to his head.
Unfortunately, even when one of the officers directly questions what Stephen is talking about, he's in no state to give a comprehensible answer. As a result, they take Stephen away, blissfully unaware that their colleagues would soon be summoned
what
to
are
the
they about
house
to find in
again,
there?
this time under markedly worse circumstances. It was determined that Stephen was too high to go straight to booking, so he was first assessed at the hospital. He had high blood
Yeah, he
pressure
was
and
way
an
too gone
increased
for booking.
temperature, which can both be symptoms of drug use. He also spent a decent amount of time seemingly talking to himself, but despite this and an apparent injury to his knee, he was deemed in suitable condition to be placed under arrest. Police likely thought the case was
They really
closed,
just let
but
him
just a
walk
few
out of
hours
there.
later they received a distraught call from Stephen's family requesting they return.
You remember me from earlier? Okay. What's going on? Hi, singer. Oh, puppy dog.
How did they miss that?
Oh, wow.
How did they miss that?
I have no clue.
They literally walked right past it, bro.
It smells. Oh, God. It's blood, huh?
It looks like it.
It smells like it.
Well, let me call.
Oh, you gonna call?
I'm gonna call Sergeant
They
real
were
quick.
literally
The
just in
question of
that
how the
house, bro.
police missed the two very obvious jugs of blood on the counter is a good one. The question of why the blood is being kept in a jug and a bottle is yet to be answered, though the implication could be stomach
Blood in a
churning.
jug,
The officer
bro.
goes
What is
outside to
happening?
privately speak with his sergeant, which is the right thing to do, but he should have removed everyone, especially family members, from the scene before
They
stepping
literally
out.
said that
As a
earlier,
result of
and
having
still
left
didn't do
family
it.
members unattended inside the residence, the scene is not secure and will become increasingly difficult to prosecute.
Well, there's quite a bit of blood in the jugs. Yeah.
Blood in jugs. Bro, what is going on?
Contact Rodney. Tell it the missing person. There's a missing person, everything else.
In case you missed it, the sergeant just said he didn't know what to do. A sergeant
The
should
sergeant
never
doesn't
think
know
out
what to
loud
do,
like
bro.
this,
That's
as it doesn't
terrifying.
show much leadership when the leader says, "I don't know what to do." Additionally, the sergeant should be responding to the scene immediately. Back inside, another officer arrives to supervise the family members, but he also appears to struggle with the protocols intended to keep a scene
Bro,
secure.
nobody
I
on
don't
this force
understand
knows
how
what
they
they are
missed that. It
doing.
was like right there in the counter.
That's where it was sitting the whole time.
I looked at it and I was like, this is weird or something. And we didn't have like, but it doesn't look like it. I can smell it.
But it definitely looks like blood to me.
Bro, it was right there on the counter the whole time.
Okay.
Shockingly, the officer continues to allow Stephen's sister to handle the evidence, while his mother and grandmother
Why is
move
she
about
still
the
touching
residence. Even though the sister is wearing gloves, that evidence can almost certainly be considered contaminated now. The family should have been removed immediately, as they have every reason to try to contaminate the scene to
literally
help
let the
Stephen's
sister touch
case.
evidence,
Even
bro.
the officers themselves shouldn't be inside at this point. At the very least, they should not be touching anything. So far, this is exactly how not to handle a scene.
Have you guys been in here cleaning, or what was going on? I
Now
overheard
they
here
asking
pretty-
about cleaning. Are
There
you
was
serious?
trash, there was glass on the floor. That's all we picked up. I mean, all the bags are outside. We didn't throw anything away, but we moved the glass out of the way. There was glass that was broken. Your mom, that's not what? Your mom,
down there. It doesn't look like it. Looks like the.
that's not what?
They definitely been cleaning that scene up.
I didn't see under the bed.
I already opened it.
Okay. Well, if you can leave that like that, just leave it open like that. 'Cause we're gonna have to take pictures of all
Now
of
they
this.
want to preserve the scene a little late.
Oh my god. I'm just saying that right now. I see that right here.
Is it gel?
Smell it.
Oh, I understand. Most of the time, I understand. I was just asking if it gelled up like blood when it coagulates.
Bro, they still
It
trying to
does?
figure out what
Yeah.
blood looks like.
It's not.
So that's what I'm gonna check. So
What do you see?
it's hard to tell, but it looks like there's some kind of a.
Bro, they still trying to
Formed
figure out
clump in
what
there.
blood looks
Now
like.
the officer is actively contaminating evidence himself instead of passively allowing it to happen. DNA and trace evidence have certainly been transferred left and right.
They
A defense
destroyed this
attorney would be
entire
able
crime
to
scene,
destroy
bro.
the case in court. But despite the mishandling of the scene and the shock value of what is discovered, semi-coagulated blood in a water bottle is far from the worst thing that will be discovered
Wait,
in
it gets
Stephen's
worse than
house.
Yeah, if that's blood. That's a lot. Yeah.
And I started cleaning up a little bit, and I noticed that, and then I just noticed that, and then I could show you something else.
What else could they possibly find in there?
Oh, yeah. That's.
And then look, I don't know what that is, but I can't open that. I can't.
Oh, yeah. Let's not touch that because there's.
I don't know what it is.
Now they want to stop touching things a little late for that.
I seen it. Did you go back there?
I've not been back here. As far as I can go, it's right here.
Oh, the cuts is back there.
Go to the back corner. Over here. There's a
Oh
plastic
no, what else
tarp
is
and
back there?
buckets with blood on them.
Clearly, the contents of the plastic totes are disturbing, enough to rattle the officer as well as Stephen's sister, because he finally mentions that they should stop touching the evidence. Not that he enforces
bro,
the
that took way
suggestion,
too
though.
long.
But if there is something so obviously concerning about the bins, it raises the question of how they were overlooked by the first round of police. Then again, if they failed to notice a jug of blood in plain sight, it's not exactly surprising that they weren't
literally
interested in the
missed a jug of
totes.
blood,
For
bro.
now, the
How?
police leave the plastic bins and buckets alone, likely to preserve whatever evidence remains after the family cleaned and multiple officers tromped through the house. But before a team arrives to inspect the contents,
already ruined
officers
half
are
the
in for
evidence
yet
anyway.
another surprise. While this one is less gory, it's no less concerning. A wallet containing an ID and credit cards belonging
Whose
to Eddie
wallet
Joe
is that,
Arteaga
though?
is found on the table in Stephen's house. Eddie Joe had been reported missing a few days prior by a cousin who claimed he'd not been heard from since September 18th. Note that Stephen's mother places the wallet on the
Wait, so
table
now
to be
there's a whole other
photographed.
missing
It should
person.
have been documented where it was found in the residence, not moved to a different location. As a result, we'll likely never know exactly where the wallet was found, which could seriously impact the validity of the evidence. Stephen's cousin shared that Eddie Joe had recently been
evidence is
hit by a
basically destroyed
semi-truck
at this
and
point.
received critical injuries, including severed fingers and a broken pelvis. Since that time, she stated, he hadn't been the same, and she suspected he'd started using drugs to cope. She was worried
So he
he
was
might have
already
done
vulnerable,
something
man.
to harm
That's tragic.
himself. However, the presence of blood in Eddie Joe's wallet in Stephen's house present a potential alternate reason why Eddie Joe had fallen out of contact. Along with whatever will soon be found in the totes, the situation looks grim. And it only gets worse.
This is about to get so much worse.
Everybody's been looking for my nephew, and
Was that what the original call out here earlier was?
I can't believe he would do that. No, I don't want to believe it. How did they miss that? We haven't touched
How did they miss that is
I
the
wasn't
question
here. I
of this
don't
whole
know
case.
how they got through their stuff earlier.
my brother. I don't see anything he would be capable of doing this. I just can't.
So this is your brother and nephew that were
My
here?
brother and my cousin.
And your cousin? Okay. So your brother got arrested today?
Wait, so the brother
your
and cousin
cousin
were the
is
ones there
missing.
first.
Okay.
In a twist police likely never predicted, they learned that Eddie Joe and Stephen are cousins. Stephen's mother is Eddie Joe's
Wait,
aunt,
they are
and she and
cousins. This is
Stephen's
even
sister
worse.
have spent the past few days looking for their missing family member.
When's last time?
Camera recording started.
Ever seen from?
Saturday.
On Saturday? Okay, was that here?
That's what somebody said. They dropped him off here.
Okay.
I seen him here on Friday.
You saw Eddie here on Friday?
So Eddie was at
Okay.
Stephen's house right
So a
before
week
he
ago?
vanished.
A week ago today?
And when we came here on Monday, we noticed that his bag was on the couch.
Okay.
And his girlfriend, everybody started looking, wondering why hasn't he contacted
They were looking for
nobody?
him, and he was
Police
right
were
there the
able
whole
to confirm
time.
that a different one of Eddie Joe's cousins had dropped him off with Stephen on the previous Friday or the Saturday that followed, just a handful of days before he was reported missing.
So when you dropped Eddie off, did you go in with him?
They got to find out
Okay,
what
so you
happened
just
in that
dropped
house.
him away from Steven. Oh, it's that bad.
Like, I can't explain it, man, but like, he's just liable to flip out, you know what I mean?
Over the few days that follow, police are able to speak
So
with more
Stephen was
members of the
already known
family,
to snap.
and they learn more about both Stephen and Eddie. Though they attempt to question Stephen himself, confronting him about the disturbing contents of his house, he declines to answer without a lawyer present. Still, his family has some telling
Smart move
information to
lawyering up,
share.
but his family
Perhaps
gonna
some of the
talk.
most interesting stories come from one of Stephen's aunts.
He's just like that one. Nobody trusts him. Nobody wants him around. And I always tell her, I always told her, how come you don't get him help? She's like, you try to get him help. She goes, I
She
know.
was trying to
I
warn
can't.
them the whole
Yeah,
time.
she's scared of him. Maddie is scared of Steven. But I used to think, how come you didn't get him help when he was younger? He stabbed his sister in the leg.
Steven did?
A long time ago. You know, he chased me with the knife.
Stabbed
a
his
long
own
time
sister
ago.
when he was young, bro.
You know, there is violence, but Ever since then, back then, I would tell her, get him some help. You know, get him some help. He needs help. I don't want to believe Stephen killed Eddie Joe, but I wouldn't guess that.
They knew he needed help, and nobody did anything.
So you don't want to believe it, but on the same term, you have your opinion that Stephen could have.
And if they were high, that's even worse.
We know for a fact that Stephen had recently been high, and if what his aunt is saying is true, perhaps the drugs pushed him over the edge and caused him to do something terrible. His sister is able to provide some additional insight.
So you're saying that he's been doing really good, meaning everything has seemed pretty normal, pretty chill?
Doing really good, bro.
Up until the last
sister.
Well, yeah, pretty much, but like, aside from his mental illness. This is what I'm talking about when I say mental illness, okay? Steven, I could take him to the store, and he'll go into the store like 3 times to get one
Yeah, that's
thing.
not normal behavior
And
at
he'll
all.
stay there. Like, I even recorded him because I was like, this is so sad, you know? And he's like, oh, I forgot I was in there for toilet paper. And he's like, oh, I need ice. And he stays in the store, and he'll just be looking like he can't remember.
Like he zones
That
out?
sounds like
Yeah.
serious cognitive issues,
zones
bro.
out.
And is
Like,
that a
it just-
recent development, or?
It's gotten worse recently to the point where like nobody wants to even give him a ride no more because he takes like one trip to take him to do one, like run one errand will be
That
like
sounds like serious cognitive decline.
It's unclear how much of Stephen's struggles were a result of drug use or mental illness. The way his sister first describes his symptoms, it sounds like ADHD. However, methamphetamine use literally
Meth can
eats
mimic
holes
so many
in your
mental health
brain,
issues,
like dementia, which also fits the symptoms described. It's entirely possible that everything described is related to his ongoing drug use. Lending credence to this theory
the
is the
drugs
fact
explain
that,
all of
according
that,
to
honestly.
Stephen's other sister, getting high only worsened Stephen's symptoms.
Well, Steven's a good person too, and he's gotten better. But when he's high, I can tell. He starts looking around.
The drugs are clearly
He'll
making
hear
everything
stuff,
worse.
like he'll be like stuff on him, and I can just tell when he's on meth. I just hate drugs. Like, and sometimes Steven would do them, and he would be so
Drugs ruined
paranoid,
this
like
whole
saying he
family,
was
bro.
possessed.
Notably, the behavior Stephen's sister describes is very reminiscent of how Stephen was acting during his arrest. The officers soon shift the conversation to the subject of her cousin, Eddie Joe.
Now we're
What's
shifting
your-
to the sister.
What's your fears? You talked a little bit about it earlier, whenever you were over there by the house.
My cousin's dead.
Why do you think that?
Because it's been a week and he hasn't
She
called
already
us.
knows, bro.
Is
She
that
already
normal?
knows.
He would have called my sister or his girlfriend.
In addition to interviewing the family, investigators speak with a friend of Stephen's who came forward to share a rumor he heard. Note that he refers to someone named Shadow. This is Eddie Joe's nickname.
And
Wait, Nam Shadow is Eddie Joe, okay?
said that they were on post with Steven and Shadow, and something happened. They got in an altercation or something, and one of them shot Shadow.
When this happened?
I don't know
So
when,
somebody
but
already
they
talking
said
about the
that those two had left, and that Steven was supposed to stay there and take care of it, he said, because of his family.
While this theory isn't impossible, it doesn't appear that it was ever considered a significant lead. With a better
So they just
understanding
ignored
of
that
Stephen's
lead,
background and mental state, it was finally time for police to see what horrors were hidden in his closet.
Go to right, entry into the living room, backpack, kitchen.
They finally going into the closet, bro.
Numerous handguns, continuing into kitchen, jug, what appears to be blood.
Wait, they showed
There's
this
the
same
vent.
scene at the beginning.
Appears to be blood dried up on the bottom.
Near the blood-stained vent, the investigators also found blood on the kitchen chairs and door to the master bedroom.
Blood
This was where
is
the true
everywhere in that
horrors
house.
would be found, tucked away inside the plastic tubs. If the first set of police had looked just a little harder, they might have pieced together the sinister implications of the contents.
Right back into the
They
bedroom.
literally walked right past it the first time.
Notepad with black hacksaw. Razor blades. Sore. Lotion.
Though the investigator doesn't comment on the last item listed, this, combined
Wait,
with the
what was the
presence of
last
the
item?
blood and the saw, suggests a horrifying reason that Stephen might need a fridge ASAP. What they find next isn't going to soothe any of the rising concerns.
Bro, they're about to find a body in that fridge.
Multiple tubs. Not sure what that is at this point. Clothes with what appears to be a bunch of
Bro,
nets.
what is in that tub?
Blood. Shoes. Plastic bag here. Appears to be some sort of bone. Unknown at this time just yet. At this time, we have what appears to be possible
They literally
organs.
found bones in that closet.
Bone. But at this time, Detective Diaz and myself are going to back out and await for the arrival of New Mexico State Police evidence team.
It was quickly determined that the buckets did, in fact,
They had to call in
contain
state
human
police for
remains. DNA results would take time, but to all involved, the answer seemed hauntingly obvious.
Does your gut tell you may have been or may be inside those toads and those buckets?
Tragically, she was right. In March of
She called it from the very
2023,
beginning,
Stephen
man.
Gonzalez was found guilty of second-degree murder for killing his cousin Eddie Joe, among other charges. Eddie Joe had been shot once in the head, likely with the gun police discovered in Stephen's house, before being dismembered and decapitated. His head was
Shot in
found
the
in one
head,
of the
then
5-gallon
dismembered.
buckets,
Bro,
while
that's
the rest
evil.
of his remains were distributed among the plastic totes. Because the murder took place during the peak COVID era, it took nearly 2 years for the case to be closed. Police never did determine a motive, but suspected Stephen's
2 whole
history of
years
drug
and
use
still
and
no motive.
paranoia
That's wild.
might have been factors.
Hey, Steph.
Baby, go.
That is your grandson lying there dead on the couch. Look at that.
No.
Look at that.
No.
I prayed with your daughter over your dead grandson.
That's crazy.
When a 5-year-old boy suddenly dies under mysterious circumstances, investigators in Dayton, Ohio desperately search for an explanation.
What's more important to you? Someone getting in trouble or the fact that your grandson is dead? Then prove it or walk out that door.
The following report is based on official police records, and the footage has never been seen
this is
before
real
until
footage,
now.
too.
On the morning of Saturday, March 30th, 2024, Dayton dispatchers receive a chilling 911 call.
A child had died in his sleep. He went to sleep as he is. Please come, please.
Child died in his sleep, bro.
What
This
is going
heavy.
on with your child?
He laid down, went to sleep, and I was on the couch with him. Me and my he's my grandson, and he won't wake up. He's cold as ice. His nose was bleeding. I wiped his nose.
Cold as ice and nose bleeding. That's
he
not
couldn't
dying
move.
in your sleep.
Okay, ma'am, how old is he?
5. I was babysitting him, and he's cold as ice. He's cold. He won't move.
There's no breathing at all or anything?
No, nothing.
That baby was already gone, man. This
Nothing
is
at
horrible.
all. Oh, please. I called his mom. She's on her way. Oh, God. Is somebody coming?
Yes,
Somebody
Stephanie, was
coming?
that Stephanie? As soon as we picked the phone, we had help on the way, okay?
Okay.
We're going to do what we
Man,
can to
that
help you, okay?
dispatcher keeping her calm.
Okay, thank you.
The child would later be identified as 5-year-old Charles Anthony Brown. Police and paramedics arrived to the scene, But it quickly becomes clear that the young boy is beyond any hope of resuscitation.
It's all too
He's
bad.
already gone.
Hey, Steph. When was the last time you saw him?
10 or 15 minutes ago, did I call you?
No. When was the last time you saw him moving?
Stiff, though.
We went to sleep, and then we all went to sleep. And then I slept on the couch.
What time was that?
About, I can't remember, about, I guess 10 or 11 or so.
10 or 11 last night?
Yeah.
Okay.
An officer speaks with the child's grandmother,
10 or 15 minutes ago,
58-year-old
then says
Stephanie
10 or
Shanks,
11
who was
last night.
babysitting the 3 grandchildren while their mother was at work.
Does he have any health issues or anything?
No, he wasn't, nothing.
Okay, and you said you saw him last night?
Yes, about 10. I mean, he went in that position, and then that's where he was at, and then I seen him.
So when you saw him, he was sleeping?
No, I got up this morning, I wiped his nose, and something coming out his nose.
Okay, so about
And
10
I
this
wiped it,
morning?
the stuff is still in the toilet. I put it in the toilet, I didn't flush it. And then
Okay,
he didn't move, he didn't move, he didn't move. And I called his mama.
And how old is he?
She wiped blood and flushed the evidence.
Oh, his mama's coming.
Is this brother and sister?
Yes, his twin.
They're twins?
Yes.
How old are they?
5.
5. Okay. And how was he?
So the dead boy has a twin.
3.
That's heartbreaking.
Oh, he had nosebleeds, but that's it. That's it. He had no nosebleeds or nothing. He had nosebleeds.
Charles' sudden death leaves officers searching for answers,
Wait, what do they
but any
mean,
hope of
no
an
feet?
explanation must wait for investigators who are on their way to the scene. For now, officers outside share their thoughts on the devastating situation.
Typically, I'm one to like jump offering to go. This was one that I
this
really
one
didn't
hits
want to.
different, even for the officers.
I was like literally holding my breath, like please don't, please don't. I knew it was coming.
I don't know who it is. I didn't see the kid.
Well, when you just had a kid, the last thing you want to do is go on a dead kid call.
It don't get any easier.
Yeah.
We gotta wait for mom to get here, and then we gotta call mom down enough to get info on the kid. We only know his
Man,
name.
this is heavy on everyone involved.
Grandparents, right?
They stayed the night here. They don't live here.
No, so they were just visiting, supervising the kid.
Probably
So the
babysitting
grandma was just watching them overnight.
Once we get the information, I'll call the coroner. I'm sure he'll want to come out. It's wildly unusual.
Suddenly, an unidentified male approaches the scene and is stopped by officers who've been instructed
Wait,
not
who
to
is
let
this guy
anyone
showing
inside.
up now?
Hello. Do you know them inside of there? Yeah. How do you know them? Were you neighbors or something?
That's my girl. That's my girl kids.
Okay. Okay. Who are you to them?
I'm her daughter boyfriend.
Yeah, unfortunately, nobody
So
can
the
go in there
boyfriend
right
just
now.
now showing up.
Seconds later, the mother of the 3 children, including the deceased 5-year-old boy, races toward the home.
Why?
Sorry, you can't go inside right now.
Why can't I go inside?
Come here.
That poor mom, man, this is heartbreaking.
Please.
No. He said we're not letting her.
Oh my God.
We'll have to talk to her. Huh? We'll have to talk to
He
her.
woke up like this. I don't know. Oh my God.
Wait.
Please let me go see my baby.
Is that correct?
32 weeks, yes.
Okay. Any other medical issues?
No.
No complications?
No,
or anything?
none.
Thank you.
No.
We said he
My
had
baby
nosebleeds,
gone.
Inside the house, the grandmother agrees to sign a consent to search the home, and investigators
Okay,
are
good.
Brought up
At
to
least she
speed on the
cooperated.
situation.
Grandma put him down in bed 10, 11 last night. That's when she last saw him out here sleeping on the couch. This morning before she called, she said he had she described it as a bloody nose. Wiped it up. The tissues are still in the toilet.
She wiped it up before calling anyone.
Noticed he wasn't responding. Called 911. Just kind of looks like he aspirated.
Does everyone live here, or Grandma just babysit? Grandma watches the kids every week.
Trying to figure out who's actually watching.
She was sleeping on the couch with the 2 boys. And she said the girl was asleep in the bed.
She was sleeping on the couch with them?
She said she was on the couch with
So
them.
Grandma was right
After
there
completing
on the
their
couch with
search,
him.
investigators uncover a shocking clue that may explain Charles's sudden death which lands Stephanie in an interrogation room. Before confronting her with their findings, they first question her about the events of the previous
this
day.
is about to get real.
She explains that she usually watches the children every Saturday and Sunday while their mother works, but this time she took them in on Friday morning because their daycare was closed for Good Friday. She describes their day and evening as typical, where the children played in and out of the home until nightfall.
10 or 10:30 or 11, something like that. Little Charles came and said, "Mom, I'm tired, I'm sleepy." I said, "Well, get up on the couch and lay down and go to sleep."
What did he look like when he said I was tired?
They trying to see if she slips up.
He didn't really look, I mean, he looked tired in the eyes, but he didn't look like, nothing I would notice.
Was he acting weird? Was he like stumbling or maybe like nodding off?
No, he was just...
They asking the right questions, though.
He was slow.
He wasn't nodding off?
No.
Okay.
Stephanie gives one of the investigators permission to go through her phone, while the other prepares to confront her with what they found inside her home.
Can you help me understand all the straws and stuff that are laying around? And the white powder and substances that are laying around?
Paraphernalia?
Well, that was from me doing boy earlier then, but it wasn't me doing boy now.
Okay. You doing boy earlier as in when?
Friday.
And just for clarification, boys,
she was doing fentanyl with the kids, right there.
When on Friday were you doing it?
That morning.
That morning?
Before they got there.
What, around what time?
About 7. I had it that night, but I did it.
So you were using while watching those kids?
But I didn't know I had to watch the kids. I thought I had to watch them at...
I get that, yeah. You thought you had an extra day.
Yeah.
I get that.
So I did it.
Based on the evidence and her own admission, the investigator poses a devastating theory.
I think that Charles overdosed.
No, he didn't overdose.
That's my suspicion. All right, now we're going to find out some more.
They found the drugs
when he
around
goes
the
to
kids,
an
bro.
autopsy.
This is bad.
All right, we're going to find some more from his blood results.
But it wasn't nothing in there when he went in the bedroom. I did it all. It was nothing but dust on the thing. That's all that was on there.
So when was he in there?
Dust on the
He
thing.
wasn't in there. He was not in there. The little girl, she went in there late that night. It was gone in. And it was all off the straws and everything. I licked the straws because I didn't have no money.
She licked the straws, bro. What?
That's why I did that.
When did you lick the straws?
3 days before.
3 days before?
Yeah.
Because I'll be honest, there was residue in the cigarette pack that you had with the straw.
Here we go.
On the table.
Residue.
But it wasn't nothing in the cigarette pack. Honestly, I'll tell you the truth. It wasn't nothing.
And here's the thing, like, I know that there might not be very much or not an amount that you would ever pay for or not an amount that you would consider to be anything, but you and I both know that drugs to an adult, drugs to someone who uses regularly, that's going to be a different amount than someone who's small. Now, you might have had it on your fingers, you might have had it on that table, you might have had it on other things. But the thing is that you regularly have heroin in that apartment. Is that accurate?
Yes, that's accurate.
Yeah. And go ahead.
But it wasn't nothing in there. But
she keeps saying it wasn't nothing in there.
But how did dust even do anything to him?
And so when we say heroin, it's not the heroin that we are talking about from the 90s.
Okay.
There's so many different forms of opioids that are killing people, and ultimately we will probably find out that this is some type of fentanyl. So you don't have to have grams to kill micrograms, especially for someone who is only 30 pounds. It's a huge amount.
Despite the explanation, Stephanie still seems to struggle with accepting the possibility.
If we find that there's some heroin, correct. If we find heroin in his body, would you agree with me that okay. We're going to do all that. We're going to pull his blood and we're going to identify what substances are in his body. Okay? But I can tell you that he didn't just die this morning. Based on how he looked, his body had already started to decompose. So the body was already
stiff before morning.
He had been dead for some time.
The investigator questions Stephanie about where she obtained the substances. She claims she purchased them from a man named Greg, but her reluctance to share more information about him causes the interrogation to grow increasingly more intense.
Over her dead
you want to give me some more information about Greg?
Well, I don't know him that well.
How did you get a hold of him?
I
Exactly how to reach Greg.
Here's the thing. Here's kind of what's going to change my opinion about you, okay? And I'm just going to be real honest, all right? Because I saw your daughter's broken heart when she saw her deceased, her dead son, who had been dead for hours, okay? I saw your grandson who had been dead for hours.
Hours earlier, neighbors, friends, and family stood witness to the grieving mother's reaction when her son's body was moved to the coroner's van.
Oh, no. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Please, no, nobody back there. No, nobody back there.
Stephanie gives investigators a street name but no exact address, along with a vague physical description. However, a startling discovery on her phone shifts the investigation dramatically, casting doubt on everything she said about Greg.
On your phone, who is Bonk HD?
I don't know who that is.
They
And
found
you call
something on her
somebody
phone.
named
It's over.
Bonk/HD.
I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is.
You called him 4 times yesterday between 7:40 a.m. and 11 a.m.
As one investigator steps out of the room to take a closer look at the phone, the other continues to press Stephanie for the truth.
About to blow this
On a certain level, I don't care about your drug habit. What I care about is Charles is dead. Charles is over at the coroner's office right now.
I believe that when I hear about from the autopsy.
Well, he's dead, right?
Yes.
He's dead.
Yes.
He died in your apartment.
That boy died in her care.
Okay? So if we're going to sit in here and talk, I want you to be truthful about things, or walk out that door.
Okay. I just looked at the phone. You text Bonk HD as well. To buy heroin.
The what?
So
To
she
buy
lied
heroin.
about Greg the whole time.
You're really starting to make me mad again. The store's always open. Like he's totally been done a phenomenal job telling you that you can walk out here anytime. You buy drugs with Bonk HD.
The texts don't
You're
lie,
lying.
bro. She is
You
cooked.
being dishonest is not going to get you anywhere. There is a dead child.
Your grandbaby. For God's sake. I prayed with your daughter over your dead grandson. Your dead grandson, and you're lying about buying drugs.
Because she needs to hear it.
Are you kidding me? Do you love your grandbabies?
No.
Do you? Then prove it. Or walk out that door.
Consistently you lie. And then we have to confront you with what we know. And then you tell us the truth. It doesn't matter. There's a dead baby. There's a dead baby. Then you for trying not to get yourself in trouble. But we have to look at this. That is your grandson lying there dead on the couch. Look at that.
No.
Look at that.
No.
Because of your actions, and you're still sitting here trying to deflect the truth.
No, I'm not.
These lights are on.
No.
The truth will come out in this room.
After seeing that photo.
Someone will be held responsible for this dead child. It's unacceptable. And what frustrates me the most is that you are unwilling to take accountability for what has happened. You've given us partial truths. That's not okay.
With confusion over Greg and the mysterious contact in her phone, the investigator presents her a final ultimatum.
Here's the thing. At the end of this, my partner and I, you, whenever you're done, we're going to walk out of this room, all right? We're going to go back to our families, all right?
They get to go
Charles
home,
is over
but
there
that baby
alone.
never will.
In a bag. And tomorrow morning, my partner and I are going to come in here on Easter morning, Resurrection Day.
He said Easter
And we're
morning
going to watch the
That's heavy.
examiners examine your grandchild's baby, your grandchild's body. All right? I'm not worried about people getting in trouble and all this. All right? What I'm worried about is the truth. And actions have consequences. You know that. That's why you've been lying to us.
No, I've been lying because I don't want to deny it again.
What's more important to you? Someone getting in trouble or the fact that your grandson is dead? Then prove it or walk out that door.
He keeps saying that line, and he means it every
Prove
time.
it, or walk out. Or we can close this door, and we can talk about the truth for the sake of Charles over
He's
there,
giving
who's
him one
alone.
last chance right here.
What do you want to do?
Choosing to stay, Stephanie finally reveals the truth.
He's my regular drug supplier.
He's your regular
So she's
drug
finally
supplier.
telling
So
the truth about the
I can
drugs.
ignore what you said about Greg at the store. That was a lie.
Yes.
Okay. So yesterday you had the kids.
Yes.
And you got some drugs in the morning before they were there.
Yes.
But then you tried to get more
So
drugs.
she's finally admitting to
What was different that you were trying to get more drugs?
Because
And the kids were there.
Because I wasn't feeling too good. I wasn't feeling well.
Like dope sick?
Yeah.
Despite her admission, the only way to be certain is to review the results of Charles's
The
autopsy
autopsy
and
is gonna tell us
toxicology
everything.
report.
You know, science takes a minute, right?
Yeah.
So when we get those results, when we get your results and it says that, you know, that you have maybe some heroin and some fentanyl
So
in your
there's
system,
heroin this whole time.
you're not going to be surprised, right?
No.
When we find that in the system, what are you going to tell me? What are you going to tell Charles?
That I had to my fault. I killed him.
A post-mortem toxicology report for 5-year-old Charles Anthony
She
Brown
just
ruled
admitted
his
to killing
cause of
that
death
baby,
as
bro.
intoxication by fentanyl and other illegal substances. According to his death certificate, the approximate time between the onset of exposure and death would have been minutes. On his death certificate, the manner of death is listed as an accident. 58-year-old Stephanie
Accident.
Shanks pleaded guilty to
Nah,
felony
she
involuntary
literally said she
manslaughter,
killed him.
as well as 2 misdemeanor charges of endangering children, and was sentenced to 4 to 6 years in prison.
She made a complaint that says somebody was in the basement and they were injured.
Wait, somebody got hurt down there.
Y'all gotta go. Well, I gotta ask. I mean, because you're making me.
Sir. No, sir. No, sir.
Well, you're making me a little suspicious now.
There ain't nobody tied up in the basement. Can we look? No, no.
But why would a
Bro,
crackhead
why
say
you
that
should
about
have
you?
defenses that.
Probably because they want more crack, bro.
Is anybody on that front porch?
No.
So what's that noise I keep hearing? That you keep turning the music up on every time I hear something. Oh, Jesus.
When police respond to a report of a woman
Bro, that
imprisoned in
noise
a
was
local
definitely
residence,
somebody in there.
they encounter a bizarre homeowner who says their very presence is putting him in danger, but there's no sign of a woman. It's not until a second call brings them back that the cops go inside and make a shocking discovery that's beyond anything they could have imagined.
Bro, what did they
The
find in
following
that
report
basement?
is based on official police records. On the afternoon of May 2nd, 2023, a woman calls 911 in Cleveland, Ohio, to share a disturbing story she just heard from a frightened stranger.
So someone else called
I
it
was
in.
just calling because I was at this store, right? And this lady had came out of nowhere and was just like all hysterical and scared and stuff or whatever. I don't know where she went to, but she said that this lady was supposed to be
So
tied
somebody
up in
else
this
saw her
basement.
too. This is
Now, I'm
real.
only calling because I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight knowing that somebody might be tied up, even if it is a lie or whatever. I kind of believe her because the way she was scared. Like, no, she didn't say anything else.
Officers with the
she's right to
Cleveland
call
Police
that in,
Department
honestly.
arrive at the address moments later.
Police.
There's music coming from the back. Hello?
After a full 3 minutes of knocking, the police finally get a
minutes and
response from
nobody
inside.
That's
Bro,
not good.
y'all can't be here like this.
Oh, look.
You can't be here like this, bro.
I'm just knocking on your door.
I understand that, but you making me hot.
What does that mean?
Making you
I'm about to come
hungry.
out.
What does that even
All right, come on
mean?
out.
All right?
How you doing, sir?
Y'all can't be out here like this.
Just
That's
so you know,
cool.
everything's recorded.
Listen,
Yes?
turn those cameras off, please.
Well, what's going on?
Can you please turn the cameras off?
You have to give me a
Bro, why do
reason,
you
and I
want the
can't.
cameras off. That's suspicious.
You guys are making my spot hot. I work for you guys, okay? Long story short, I work for you guys. Please get out here. You guys are blowing the spot up. All right?
Who do you
Bro
work
said
for?
he works for the police.
I can't tell you that.
Why?
I cannot tell you that because I'm not allowed to tell you that. Okay, so just understand that.
Well, here,
Go home.
we have a call. Here, sir, let me just tell you why we're
Good,
here, and
the
then we'll
cop ain't
leave. It could
buying
be
none of
nothing.
that.
I don't know. I don't know anything about you.
All right, I'm just saying y'all can't be here. Y'all making my spot hot. All right?
After pushing the cops to leave, the man finally asks what brought them here to begin with.
Oh, now he wanted to know after all that.
Did you have a female here earlier that was a white female in a black coat?
Hell no, bro.
All right. Well, here's the complaint.
What's the complaint?
She made a complaint. It says somebody was in the basement and they were injured.
Bro, they literally telling him what she said.
Y'all gotta go.
Well, I gotta ask. I mean, because you're making me.
No, sir. No, sir.
Well, you're making me a little suspicious now.
Man, listen. You need to leave.
Not only do the police stick around, more of them soon arrive.
Oh my God, there's too many f***ing people here.
Well, it's no big deal, man.
Man, it is a big deal.
What?
I'm trying to tell you guys to up.
Well, we were told that the lady's tied up in the basement.
There ain't nobody tied up in the basement.
Look?
No, but like,
why not?
Because I say so.
Is someone tied up down there?
No.
What's your name, buddy?
I can't tell you that, bro.
What do you mean you can't tell me that?
I'm trying to tell you I'm
tell
a
them
confidential
anything. This is
informant.
so suspicious.
That's all I have to say. You guys are bugging right now. You guys are
No, that's not all you have to say. Who told you that?
I can't say nothing else. Please.
Well, if there's someone tied up in the basement, we got a problem.
Bro, they literally told you someone is hurt down there.
Why do you?
Because all that stuff that went on in the past with those 3 girls, man, we got to take this seriously.
What 3
look
girls?
into it.
What 3 girls?
They already know what this is, bro.
I don't know them.
All
Man,
that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
no. If we don't take this seriously,
I'm
there's something going on.
I'm about to give you my social security number.
Oh, yeah.
Bro went from get out to here's my social security.
We're not going in without
you can't do that. Tell him please not to do that.
While the man appears to believe that his status as a confidential informant puts him above suspicion, the police don't share that view.
Detective
Bro
Smith,
being a
please.
CI does not
Which
protect
Smith?
you from
Detective
this.
Smith.
The one in
2nd District. Okay, that's how you know I'm not.
Okay, well, I guarantee.
His phone number's right here.
No, listen. We'll call him. Listen, we'll
don't
call
him. Don't.
Well, why wouldn't I call him?
Just let them
Listen, will you stop talking for a moment?
I can't, bro. My life is on the line.
Who's on the line? All you had to do was talk to us. You're the one who came outside.
Y'all don't know what's going on, baby boy. That's all I'm saying.
Listen,
I got
once
drug
again.
dealers and everything that drive past here, and I got 5 cars out here.
All right.
Y'all about to get me killed out this.
Well, why are you acting this way?
You understand why I'm acting this way, dude? No.
If we have to call Detective Smith and say, hey, do you think this guy would have a girl tied up in his basement?
He's gonna say no.
Is he?
100%, bro.
He's willing to risk his career for all that?
You think I'm? Oh my gosh, you're gonna take a crackhead's word over Detective Smith's word, right?
I haven't spoken to Detective Smith.
Well, you're gonna talk to him. He's gonna let you know what's going on. I was down there for an hour with him yesterday.
Okay.
I just left my probation officer.
But why would somebody say that?
Crackheads.
But why would a crackhead say that about
the
you?
crackheads? Probably because they want more crack, bro.
Do you have crack?
No, I'm not gonna. Why would I say that? Why would you ask me that on camera?
I don't know.
Why would you do that to me? I know I don't have no crack.
It's my job. Well, why would the crackhead be here then?
Crackheads want more crack.
This man is wild.
And the most confidential informants don't come screaming out the back door, I'm a confidential informant, do they?
Despite the suspicious circumstances, the police sergeant lets the man, Delonte Edmund Geiger, go back inside his home while the other cops contemplate what they've heard.
Have you ever, actually dealt with a confidential informant?
Yeah. And every time they're up to no good,
yeah, that tracks. That's what they always are.
That's how they act?
Yeah, that's how they act. So, I don't know what's up. My only fear is there's somebody really in the basement.
I actually think he's freaking out like that because
even the cops know something is wrong down
there. Yeah.
He's gonna let us in. He's real sketcy. He said need another guy, but you're coming to him and tell him you're on probation. It's a training thing. And then these guys
are they about to finesse their way in smart
for help.
Like girls. Ah!
Right. Loud music playing, so you can hear the screams.
If it's a joke, it's one that will become much less funny
really
before this day is through.
Screaming.
Hey, do you mind if the record goes?
No, dude, there's too much going on. No.
All right, stand outside. Leave this crap.
Nobody about to do nothing to y'all, dude. You guys got guns?
No, you can't.
No,
seriously. Y'all crack. Just in case we scream for
no, bro.
They're not coming in. Oh, you have my word.
Leave the fuck, bro. What is happening?
With that, the police go into the residence, and as the sergeant checks the basement, his backup waits upstairs with Delonte.
I got PTSD.
All right.
I've been stabbed 7 times, shot twice.
Well, have we done any of that?
No.
He's
It's
listing
just
his resume to the
I
cops
said, I'm
right
trying to
now.
change my life and work with the police, and like I just don't do that every day. You feel me?
Turn that down for a moment. Oh, there we go. Actually, turn it off until we leave and then you do what you want. That way I
They
can
trying
hear
to
everybody.
listen for screams in the basement. Smart.
Police!
Me.
Alright, so what? Is someone just pissed off at you or something?
I'm trying to tell you,
Bro,
man.
the cop already knows he is up to no good.
Never come back here again. Okay?
You want to lie back?
I'm having your hand.
Listen.
I got scratched.
Like what? Yeah.
I'm about to walk to the store right behind you guys.
Okay.
Scratches, bro. We all saw those hands.
See you, bro. No cost.
Okay.
You might want to keep an eye on this house.
I know.
As it turns out, the cops will be back sooner than they may have thought. That evening,
I
a
knew they were
woman
coming
tips them
back,
off
bro.
that
I knew it.
Delonte showed her pictures of a woman being tortured and zip-tied to a chair, warning that he would soon do the same to her. The police go back to the house at midnight, and once again, it's not easy to get someone to the door.
Hey, Sergeant Everton, good police.
Yes. All right, so I
They went
appreciate
back
this.
at midnight, bro. This is getting
There's
crazy.
a lot of people. Yeah, you know my nerves. But this shit. What's up, bro? How y'all doing? Same people.
I'm in the overtime now.
I need y'all to come through the back door, okay? Is that good?
Yeah.
Back
Sure.
door again, bro. This is not good.
Sorry for not letting you in earlier, bro. Sorry for my attitude, okay?
It's all good.
Give me 5 seconds.
Meet me in the back there.
All y'all.
Give me 5 seconds, bro. What you hiding back there?
The police head around the house to meet with Delonte, but as one officer stays behind, he hears some loud movements coming from within. Delonte soon lets the cops in, and they head straight
Bro,
down to the
what was that
basement to
noise?
continue the search they cut short this afternoon.
So, if you smell bleach or something, my nose doesn't always look good.
Okay.
Bro, why is he warning them about smells?
Now I smell cat pee, so.
The basement again seems to be absent of any victims, tied up or otherwise, but this time the cops are determined to search the
No, they
entire
better
house.
not leave this time.
My doghouse. I'll be on the house. I got tours all over. Y'all about to see tours all over here. I'm about to close the door on you. There's another door behind this
Why is he
door.
closing the door on the cops?
Yeah, I hang out up here because this is rather fresh.
Everywhere you got this section off. There's nobody, you know.
There's some blood right here. There's
Blood
some
right
blood.
there, bro. I knew
Like
something
dried
was
blood,
wrong.
I think.
There doesn't appear to be anyone else in the house, but suspicions are mounting, not the least because Delonte has decided the search requires an extremely
He
loud
about to do something
soundtrack.
suspicious.
Just turn it down. Okay. You guys find anything? Sir. Turn it down. All the way down. Please turn it all the way down. Did you find anything? Sir. Sure.
Yeah, it's something on the floor, but
Yeah, I know you see something. I want to turn the music down.
can you turn the music down?
He is trying to cover up sounds, bro. This is wild.
Okay. Put some handcuffs on. No, turn the music off.
With the newfound silence, the police turn to Delonte, determined to finally get to the
Finally,
bottom
bro.
of this
They should have done this
runaround.
hours ago.
But even on a day filled with rumors, strange claims, and unsettling tips, None of them are prepared for what comes next.
Is anybody on that front porch? No. So what's that noise
what
I
is
keep
about to
hearing?
happen?
That you keep turning the music up on every time I hear something. Is anybody on there?
I heard him dragging something out when we went from the front to the back, too, just so you know.
Is anybody in that front end? Because I heard voices.
He was definitely moving
movement
something.
or
I
noise.
knew it.
Yeah. Who's out there? Who's out there?
Sweating a lot.
What is that? Can you hear it?
Well, he was hiding someone the whole time.
Where are you at?
She's under. There's a thing under. Remember I shined my flashlight when you guys went back there?
Alright.
Wait, so somebody was under there the whole time.
Police! Alright. Yeah, I heard him sliding something under there when he went from the front to the back.
Where are you
So
at?
he was hiding
Where you
someone
at,
the
man?
whole time.
We're looking. How do you get through? It looks like us.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Show me.
They found somebody under there, bro. I knew it.
I'm paralyzed. I'm paralyzed.
All right.
Okay.
How old are you?
60.
6-year-old female.
Oh my
A
God.
6-year-old was hidden under there the whole time.
Are you injured besides that?
I'm paralyzed.
You're paralyzed.
I'm paralyzed.
What's your name?
Cheryl Cyrus.
Did she
They
say Carol?
found her.
Carol?
Oh my God, they actually
Yeah,
found her.
Cheryl.
Cheryl.
Yeah. My legs out. How
All right, we got EMS coming. I don't want to move you because I don't want to hurt you more. Can you
They
breathe?
found someone hidden under there,
now.
bro. This is insane.
I want to breathe through it.
The police escort Delonte out of the house as they try to make sense of the bizarre discovery they've made on his front
Bro
porch.
had a whole person.
Cheryl, do you
hidden
know,
under there.
is there anyone else here with you?
I don't know.
Okay.
Sure, how long you been there, honey? Losing these how long?
I don't know. They're hurt.
You hurt? All right, we want to get you out of there, but
This
I'm
is
afraid to move you. I'm going to let
Get
EMS
her
do
out
all
of
that, okay?
They're the best.
What did he do to you? He did what?
Hey, Scott, you want fire to come, at least get her upright? They can put her on her back board? I know, but if we get fire here, they can, all here.
Get
No,
that
but
man
yeah,
some help right now.
we've got no ETA on EMS.
There's no dispatch.
Huh?
Did he stab you?
Yeah.
Where did he stab you, think? His arm? Right. Did he
He
sexually
stabbed her
assault you
too,
at
bro.
all?
This is insane.
Do you know how long you've been here? Is it just one day? Okay.
But even with Cheryl Cyrus somewhat responsive
She
to their
doesn't even know how long
questions,
she's
there's
been trapped
nothing
down
that can
here.
fully explain what's going on.
What's the story here?
Dude, there's a lot. I don't even know where to begin. This might not be the only victim. But we just searched the house and we didn't find anything else.
As rescue personnel get Cheryl free of the box and transported to the hospital, police conduct another search of the home.
She was supposed to be wearing a pink hoodie with pants. So she had, no, she was completely nude.
So they stripped her too. This is it.
Oh, Jesus. Cat scared the hell out of me. And the attic's done. There was a pink hoodie, that was it.
The pink hoodie they mentioned she was wearing.
Did she say it was this room or?
She just said that like he was transporting her from like the basement up here, like that there was going to be an AK-47 in here.
An AK-47. What is this situation?
Yeah. We might have to pull it apart to find a serial number.
There's no sign of any other victims in the house, but the one they did find will give detectives more than enough to discuss with Delonte when they visit him in jail the following night.
Obviously, we know some bad things did go down yesterday. Do you want to give you a chance to go over?
I'm a confidential informant for Detective Larry Smith out of the 2nd District.
Here comes the interrogation.
Okay.
Let's see what he says.
How long have you been doing that for?
About a week and a half now.
Okay.
About a week and a half. And I was hopeless. Like, I wasn't going to kill her, though. I wasn't going to, I've been beating her and, you know what I'm saying, but I just can't have her out on this. Because I'm working with Detective Smith, trying to get him to 5 AKs, 4 Glocks, 3. That's supposed to be going into the valley, like next week. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get him big red.
Bro is snitching on himself.
6 ounces a day on cold crack. And I'm trying to get him those. Descriptions of ounces a day, but like I found out that this is that, and you know what I'm saying? If I was,
Bro is rambling, trying to justify kidnapping someone.
The lady that what I was taking care of in my house is a rat, and if she was to get back out on the street, I'll be exposed.
Delonte, who calls Cheryl Cece, claims she's an addict, one among many who frequent his house.
Well, she's
so
always at my
now
house.
he's trying to flip it on her.
Okay. So I take care of everybody on the streets. All the fiends, that's where they live at. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Long story short. Right. That's ground zero for the crackheads.
According to Delonte, the entire situation began on April 27th, 5 days before police showed up at his house, wanting to search the basement. In an incident partially corroborated by police records, the car Delonte was driving was pulled over by vice cops. He says Cheryl was in the car as well.
I left my house, and before I got 4 tires on the street, the police is hitting the block. I don't know what the going on. I'm swerving around up on the sidewalk trying to get around because I don't know what's going on. Guns in my face. Get out the car.
He tried to run from the cops with her in the car.
Turn the car off. Empty out your pockets. I ain't got nothing, bro. Y'all tripping like y'all just up. Like, what's going on? I had to steal. Oh, yeah, you better. We can get you for this.
So he had a
that right here. We're going to get you for that. Man, listen, bro, I cannot go back to prison, bro. What do you need me to do?
Delonte says that was when one of the detectives took his phone, programmed his number into it, and told him, "You're working for me now." But it was how the police treated Cheryl, the woman they would later find in a box on his front porch, that really got his attention.
Detective told her, "Thank you. Bye." Okay. Detective Smith said, "Thank you. Bye. Keep on walking." Okay. Listen to the detectives as we all got out the car. Detectives like, "You
so they
go.
just let
Thank
her
you."
walk like she was nobody.
Okay. You ain't even get searched. It's crap about $200 worth of dope in the car and scale, and you didn't even get searched.
He concluded that Cheryl had set up the traffic stop and would now know that he'd been turned into a confidential informant for the police. The next time Cheryl came over to his house, he decided he couldn't let her leave.
And I feel like my life is in danger. People have tried to kill me 3 times already. You feel me? I've been shot in my...
Bro, you kidnapped her. That's not self-defense.
Blood, all type of weird. It's crazy. I felt like I was gonna die if I didn't hold her for like 2 days and tell her, like, let her know what was going on. I beat her up. I fed her.
Wait, he just casually said he beat her up.
All type of weird made sure she ate. But I just could not let her go back on the streets and tell everybody that I was working for y'all.
Like everything that went through, like the time where you and Cece were together, like what happened during those days.
Protection.
I just punched on her, slapped on her, till her. Punched on her, slapped on her, punched on her, slapped on her. Okay. Punched on her, slapped on her, moved her from the basement to another room. Fed her,
He's
showered
just casually listing all that like a routine.
Put a blanket over her. I'm just telling you the truth, bro.
No, that's fine.
No. Okay. Is that what you about to ask me?
No,
I was about to ask me.
No, like were you giving her drugs and stuff like that?
Why would I give her my drugs? Why the would I do that?
Man. I didn't know that.
Hell no.
Yeah. No. All right. So at any point, was she asking to leave, different things like that?
She has nowhere to go.
Okay.
Bro, she
has nowhere to go. All she was just asking was why. Stop, I won't do it again. I'll never tell, Blast, please. I'll never tell. I know I deserve this, but I'll never tell.
She's begging him,
like, that's a code
and he's still telling on himself.
While Delonte speaks to detectives, Cheryl lies in the intensive care unit on a ventilator in what the hospital classifies as declining critical condition. In addition to being on dialysis, she's suffering from swelling to the head and brain, broken ribs, a collapsed lung, and multiple spinal fractures. But according to Delonte, it could be worse.
Go kill the would have been dead. Long story short, I wanted to kill her, she would have been dead.
It could be worse. She is
Delonte
literally
says
dying.
that, among other things, he had Cheryl sit down and write, "I am a snitch," and "I am a rat" over and over again. It's worth noting that while the police report from the traffic stop identifies 2 passengers, neither of them were named
So she
Cheryl.
might not even be a
So
snitch.
when cops show up the first time yesterday with you and stuff like that, they
actually checked the basement. Yeah. She wasn't in the basement. She was upstairs laying down in the bed.
So
we went down in the basement.
So let me ask you, because there was a moment in time, I wasn't there, so I can't speak on it or anything. So there was a moment to where, like, you were still inside the house for a little bit. Did you have to call anybody to ask if you should let the cops in or anything like that?
My detective.
Are they asking if
So
you
then
had
at
to
that
get
point, he
permission?
told you just to let them in if they want to check the basement.
Yeah. He said they're not gonna. He said case like a matter like this, they're not going anywhere until you let them in the house and check the basement. If you don't, they're just gonna come back with a search warrant.
Just
and check it
cooperate
anyways.
wild.
I said, all right, back. 5 minutes. Fella didn't come in 5 minutes. Took me 3 minutes to put her upstairs in the bed. And 2 minutes to let them in the house, and 1 minute for them
He just admitted
not
to
do their
hiding
job
her
and
from
go
the
home.
cops.
Brought them back. They only wanted to search one room. They searched that one room. She wasn't there. And they left.
Okay.
Stupid them.
All right.
He just admitted to hiding her from the cops.
Right? You should search the whole house.
Yeah.
We found somebody where somebody's in the basement. Okay, come on in. Check down in the basement. Nobody's there. See you later, sir. Job. Y'all supposed to open the tables, open the refrigerator.
And left.
That's a horrible job on your part. Horrible job on your part. I'll be the first to say it. A missing body.
Pretty
The
serious.
cops literally let her die, bro.
Do you think so?
They had one job.
Well, next time take it serious.
After accepting Delonte's feedback on their police work, the detectives move on to the second visit to his home that night.
Oh, they actually went back a
Yes,
second time.
the first time the police came, you said you moved her upstairs, right? And then she was upstairs. Obviously, the second time the police came, she was in that tote, right? How did that go down in between there?
Well, they really wanted to check upstairs.
Right, but I'm saying, how did she get in there?
I put her in there.
Okay.
He just said it like it was nothing, bro.
Put her on the porch.
Okay.
So anything else?
Why'd you have the music going so loud?
Just in case if she made noise, they wouldn't hear her.
When Cheryl improves to the point that she can speak to detectives, she tells them that
Wait, she
Delonte,
survived
who
all
was her
that.
dealer, turned on her and accused her of being a narc. Over a period of days, he beat her, stabbed her, dragged her across the floor, broke a television over her head, and put her
This
in
man is a whole
several
monster,
different
bro.
containers. She says he also poured water on her to the point she couldn't breathe and fed her addiction so she could endure the pain. Even still, Delonte appears hopeful that this will mostly blow over.
Hopeful after all that
trying to help me or not?
delusional.
Well, like I said, it'll go from there once you see the judge and like the case starts moving forward.
No, but you guys have to talk to the judge though and let her know that I am a confidential informant and that like I am working with
Bro, you tortured
police.
someone and you
I
think
understand
being a
I'm in
snitch
trouble.
saves you.
But what I need you guys to do is like,
Well, I'll put in the paperwork to let them know for.
you know what I'm saying? Because I like doing my job. I like my job, and like I don't want guns on the streets. I don't want drugs on the streets, and I can't do that if I'm in here. Detective Smith will buy me out. Believe it or not, if I get a bond, he'll come buy me out. You know what I'm saying? So I just need a bond, and DT Smith will come buy me out.
Bro thinks he can just get bailed out after all that.
But that doesn't happen, and Delonte is soon informed that his bond will be set for $750,000. News that he responds to with a middle finger at his hearing. 11 days after his interrogation, he's still in jail when he speaks to his mom on the phone.
After all
You think they lower my bond? If they lower my bond to like $200,000, dude, I got enough collateral to buy myself out. I already talked to the bill advisor. He said you
Bro still thinks he's getting
bring
out.
me my collateral, bring me my dump truck, bring him my trailer, my tools, and I told where I had to put one of my businesses in. And I'm like, that's what he said. He said they got to lower your bond.
We just got to see tomorrow when you go to court. The
His
worst
mom really
outcome
just trying to
that
keep him
comes out of
calm.
this for you is might be 5 years in a asylum.
But things turn out a bit differently. At a court hearing 6 months later, Cheryl Cyrus
here we
recounted
go.
the
You're not
horrors
getting 5
inflicted
years.
upon her and told the judge that she remained 98% paralyzed and dependent on others for her basic needs. Delonte Edmund Geiger pled guilty to 1 count of felonious assault, 1 count of kidnapping, 1 count of possessing a weapon under
Good they throwing the
disability,
book at
and 1 count of tampering with evidence. In November 2023, the judge said, "I've never seen an offense like this in my time on the bench," and sentenced Edmund Geiger to 16 to 20 years in prison with an expected release date of April 2039. He's currently incarcerated at the Trumbull Correctional Institution. If you'd like to see select new videos early and help us keep uncovering case files that rarely come to light, you'll find extra footage and unseen details on our Patreon.
16 to 20
Channel
years,
memberships
man.
here on
He
YouTube
deserved
also
more.
include early access to select new videos.
James, she doesn't want to talk to you.
911, what's your emergency? He's trying to lock. I'm sorry, he's trying the door.
Already.
No, answer the dad.
Get off my porch!
On July 31st, 2022, a family is left shaken after an unexpected visitor refuses to leave when his knocks go unanswered. When he attempts to force his way inside their home, the family scrambles for a way to stop him. The resulting confrontation ends in disaster, with every terrifying moment captured by the Ring camera. The following is based on official police records, and some of the footage has never been seen before. Just before 11 a.m. on July 31st, 2022, 22-year-old Allison Ducro and her mother Stacy returned from breakfast to their home in Sydney, Ohio. As they near their door, an unknown vehicle pulls into their driveway.
Stop it, Allie. Boys, in the house.
A few seconds later, the driver of the vehicle approaches the house.
Up on them like that.
Through the Ring camera on their door, Allison recognizes the visitor as her ex-boyfriend, 22-year-old James Rail. At this point, James has been standing on the Ducros' porch for about 3 minutes.
James, she doesn't want to talk to you. James.
While James never responds to Stacy, he soon leaves the porch. This may have seemed like the anticlimactic end to the eerie encounter, but unfortunately it was only the turning point in what would soon have a disastrous end. Though he disappears from the view of the Ring camera, James walks around the property. A few minutes later, he's spotted again, returning to the door.
He came back, bro. I knew it.
He's leaving. Hey, he's coming back. Nope, I'm calling. James, she doesn't want to talk to you.
On the other side of the door, Allison calls 911.
911, what's your emergency?
There's some guy on my front porch, and he won't leave, and he's got his hands behind his back, and he won't answer me on the ring. But he left me a voicemail on my phone last night. He's trying to lock. I'm sorry, he's trying the door. No, answer the dad.
Get off my porch!
Dad, no! Oh my God, can you please hurry?
Okay, do you know who he is? Hello? Ma'am?
We have guns.
They got guns, bro. This is getting real bad.
Three shots are fired, and James stumbles back and off the porch. He doesn't make it far before he falls. All that is visible in the Ring camera are his feet, where he's now lying in the driveway in front of Stacy's vehicle.
He's trying to... Rail subject attempting to gain entry into the residence. Still getting further.
Please hurry, I'm sorry.
Ma'am?
As the Ducro family reels from the sudden and horrific event, one of their neighbors, Jeff, who heard the commotion, heads over to see what happened.
Okay, wait. He's fine. He don't have nothing. He don't have no gun. Don't do anything. Did you shoot him?
Yes.
Oh. Okay. He ain't going
He
nowhere.
didn't even have a gun on
Inside, Allison has remained on the phone with 911.
He broke through the door and my dad shot at him.
Ma'am, he shot at him?
Yes.
Do we know where he is?
No. Where is
This information. Mail subject goes through the door. There's been a shot fired. Still getting further.
Can you please hurry, please?
Yes.
I don't know where he is.
Did he run, or is he still there?
I really don't know, ma'am. I'm hiding.
Okay, where is your dad?
She is
He's at the front door holding it shut.
Ma'am, I need you to calm down enough to tell me, has he been shot?
I think so. I don't want to look. Please don't make me look.
She is terrified.
Out front, Jeff is soon joined by his son, and they both take a closer look at where James is lying in the driveway.
Dude, I don't. You better hurry up and get an ambulance down here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, he's about dead. He's dead.
Bro,
he's got a hard time breathing right now.
For him?
He's gone. No, he ain't going yet. He's still breathing. I see he's still breathing. He's still breathing. He's having a hard time breathing. Did they get him in the chest?
This is hard to watch.
I don't see any blood. He's still breathing, but barely. Man, stop staring at this man, bro. I hear him. He's dead. He died.
Just before the police arrive, Allison and her father, Mitch, can be heard speaking over the 911 call.
No, I'm not mad at you. Thank you. Come here. I'm okay. Dad, you're the best dad ever. You just saved my life. Dad, at that rate, there's nothing you could have done. You saved my life.
Officers from the Sydney Police Department arrive soon after and find Jeff waiting for them on the front lawn of the Ducros house.
Who's got the gun? Who's got the gun? Who has a gun?
The people inside here shot this guy here was trying to break into their house. The guy's dead. He died.
Okay, but where's the guy with the gun?
The guy's dead right here.
Where's the guy with the gun?
Inside the house. He was the homeowner. This guy tried to break in the house.
Okay.
And the guy was just basically protect himself.
Okay, you guys have your gun down?
Just laying it all out.
This guy just died.
Some of the newly arriving officers head inside to speak with the Ducros, who have yet to emerge from the residence. They find Mitch standing in the doorway.
Mitch, are you okay? No. His heart.
Okay.
He's got.
Always sit. You want to sit down?
Heart giving out.
Okay. We just want to keep this area here as it is, so we don't want to move anything. Okay. Your Ring doorbell camera work?
It does.
Okay. Do you want a squad to check you out? Check your heart rate or anything out?
No, I take my medicine and take it today.
Okay. Do you mind at least just stepping over here? We're going to keep this this is going to technically be a crime scene right here. Okay.
I'm sorry. I just answered his phone call. No, you didn't have to answer his phone call, Ellie.
As the investigation will eventually reveal, James didn't just call Allison. He also left a chilling voicemail, which will be played later.
Information or
I'm going to wait because 59's on the way. We're going to contact him. Obviously, this is going to be theirs. We're just going to hold tight until see what he wants.
While they wait for detectives to arrive and take over, one of the officers scans the scene.
Just watch it. I see two brass, one in the carpet and one right there right now.
How many shots did you fire? Three.
Couldn't get it to work. There it is. There's a third. It's right there by the trim.
Allison appears to be especially shaken by what has just occurred.
So you guys just comfort each other, keep each other calm,
so much, man.
work together. Just stay sitting down. If you want to lay on your back and just kind of stay flat, just that way if you do pass out, you're already laying down.
She isn't the only one rattled. Mitch soon breaks down as the officer follows him into the bedroom to collect his ID.
Just take a deep breath, okay? Here, you can put your wallet back over there, okay?
Out front, other officers attempt to administer aid to James. They place an AED, or automated external defibrillator, onto James' chest and wait for results.
Call for help. Apply pads to patient's bare chest as shown.
8537.
No shock advised. It is safe to touch the patient.
Tragically, it seems it's far too late to help James. Once again, Jeff offers an explanation.
How long has he been down?
He's been there for a good 10 minutes.
Okay, we're not doing anything.
Yeah, I watched about 7 or 8 minutes to take his last couple breaths. That was it. He died. This is his car running right here. He tried to kick in the back door, and then he came around the front. He tried to get it there.
Bring me, you got a blanket? He's 16.
22-year-old James Rail is declared dead at the
16,
scene.
but he's 22.
Inside the house, Allison informs the officer that she has a heart condition and is having chest pains. Emergency services are notified and begin heading to the home.
Just don't lean on anything to where, because if you pass out, your arms won't hold you up anymore, okay?
It isn't long before emergency services arrive, as they'd been on their way before their call was canceled when James was declared deceased.
You want just your blood pressure or anything checked, sir? Yeah. I mean, if you're not feeling...
It's going to be high, I'm sure. It's expected. Guys, don't apologize.
The Ducros are all medically cleared, and soon the detectives arrive.
All right, how we doing? Doing better. Back in the mat.
Everybody okay in here then? For the most part?
Everybody in that house is broken right now.
Definitely exciting, huh? Not really. I don't like it. No. It's good to have that ring. It's very good to have that ring because that door makes it look bad.
Doorbell literally saved
Later
their
that
lives.
same day, each of the Ducros came down to the police station to retell their version of events. As Allison was the closest to James, she provides much of the background. However, what she shares likely isn't
so
what
now we get the real
investigators expect to hear about their relationship.
How long did you guys date?
Okay, so it was like an on and off thing for a couple of years.
Okay.
I want to say in total maybe like a year and a half if we added it all up.
Like all through your high school years or after you graduated?
It started in high school and then it went out of high school.
Okay.
Just very briefly.
Allison says they remained friends even during the times they were broken up. However, that all changed after their final breakup around 2019, over 3 years earlier.
What caused that breakup?
He was just being a
Okay.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
We're all adults here. You can say whatever you need to say.
He was just being rude all the time, and I was just like, I don't know.
She's trying to be respectful about it, though.
Was he ever abusive physically or mentally?
Well, maybe mentally a little bit. He was just getting in my head a bunch.
When he got mad, what kind of things? Was he aggressive at all?
He would just tell me everything that was wrong with me. He would say that nobody was going to love me anymore.
And then the voicemail or the call last night, when's the last time you had talked to him?
It was either the beginning of last year or the end of the year before.
Allison hadn't spoken to or heard from James in over a year. That is, until he called her the night before. Around 11 p.m., James left Allison a now haunting voicemail.
Hi, Allie. It's James. I just wanted to reach out to you because I just wanted to see how you're doing and maybe hear from you if that would be all right, I guess. It's been a while since I've talked to you, and I don't know. I feel like it, I don't know what I feel. I do know that I do want to talk to you, though. I do. It'd be nice.
That voicemail is honestly so unsettling, knowing what
probably
happens
late right
next.
now, but if you want tomorrow, you could probably give me a call. And yeah, that's about it. Please give me a call back. Thank you.
Allison never returned his call.
Did he call out to you or anything when you got there?
No, he literally did not even say a word, which was, it like, put my little radars up. I was like, that's not normal.
That made me kind of nervous. Went in, got my 9.
And the door started popping. Started popping open. I don't know how he broke the glass to the door because, like, the jam or whatever split
That door was
off.
not holding up at all.
He's starting to get in.
The door had to be shut when he shot because the window, it's got the holes through it in the glass. Yeah, but it's definitely forced open. Oh, it's definitely forced. I don't know if it was... It bounces back. The hits bounces back. Very good chance it did that. So the door
bounced back after he forced it.
Oh, I mean, that's off the door frame right there. And those aren't short screws. There's 3-inch screws, you know that.
And once I realized he was getting in, and the door was open, is when I shot.
Broke through.
Did you shoot through the door? I shot through the window. Through the window part of the door because the door was open and he was coming in.
Following the shooting, some of the officers at the scene discussed James's injuries.
Was he hit once? All you've seen in the shoulder?
Only hit once in the shoulder after all that.
He is shook up, but he's maintaining. From the moment we got here, he was extremely shook up. He's made several comments thinking that how bad he screwed up.
The detective speaking with Allison attempts to get a little more background information about James, hoping to better understand the day's terrible events.
Do you know if he was on any drugs or has he ever done any drugs that you know of?
He has done drugs.
Okay, do you know what his drug of choice is?
He liked to do acid a lot.
As his interview ends, Mitch makes a request.
I want to see if they got any other questions they need me to ask you or anything like that.
Wrap it up, man. This is
and then if they do, I'll be back in. If not, I'll send it in as quickly as possible. I know you said you didn't want to be in here alone. Don't make it long, please.
According to news sources, a grand jury eventually decided not to indict Mitch Ducro on any charges related to the death of James Rail.
A baby in a bag, yo. What kind of shit is going on out here?
As she was sitting outside, it was moving.
We didn't know what it was.
Where on earth did you find this child?
Right in the back of the house.
They found a whole baby in a bag, bro. What?
She was really nasty, pissy.
I don't know how long it's been since
she had
still got stuff on her head too.
She's been out here
it's all right. At least 2 days.
He opened the bag. I seen that head, so I ran over there. I'm like, a baby was in there.
It's one of the most horrendous crimes that the state of New York has ever encountered. An 8-month-old baby is found inside of a plastic grocery bag behind a house in an Elmira neighborhood. Although police would be shocked to learn that she has miraculously survived. In this never-before-seen footage, authorities will discover the unimaginable horror that was forced upon the innocent child, along with the sadistic monster who would commit the unthinkable. The summer heat is beginning to creep in on August 8, 2017, when Elmira authorities respond to the horrifying 911 call. A baby has been found all alone.
A baby in a bag, yo. What kind of shit is going on out here?
We found her over here, excuse me.
Yeah.
They replaying the 911 call. This is heavy.
Yeah. The baby breathing?
Yeah, she's breathing. She's very hungry though.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I have children in my
No, thank you for your help. Thank you.
Now that person is a real one for real.
I know. Hold on. She's hungry and she's pale.
Very pale.
Yeah, it's I've got her eyes to open. They were closed.
You did? They were closed?
Yeah, and I got them open.
Thank you.
Honey, I have kids of my own.
That woman is a real hero for real.
That's it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You guys did the right thing. Thank you. Yeah. You guys saved that kid's life.
Yes, we did.
I'm shaking. I never had seen this before in my life. A precious baby.
Yeah,
Look
absolutely.
what we found.
So when did this all just happen? Just
They
now,
really
huh?
saved that
now.
baby's life, man.
We didn't know what it was. We didn't know if it was that dog.
Would you be able to show me exactly where you found the baby?
Yeah.
The woman leads the officer outside, where she discloses a most heartbreaking revelation.
Ooh, no, right over there.
Right here?
Right.
Show them where you found that baby.
That's just how fully been advised of that.
Right here.
I'm talking about Early Town.
You can smell the in the past. You smell it.
Yeah.
It's right here.
Right here in this area.
She was really nasty, pissy.
It's been since
She still got stuff on her head too.
She's been out here.
It's all right.
That poor baby was just left there like that.
Go back.
All right.
I don't want nobody thinking we stole a child and then I just found it.
No.
You did the right thing. We went out and checked.
I heard it for 2 days.
Amen, baby.
How you heard the baby for 2 days in
I
the
didn't hear the
bag?
baby at all.
No, I didn't hear it in the bag. I just heard the cry. I was around the corner.
That baby was out there for days, bro.
It was in the bag for 2 days.
The ambulance gonna find it. The ambulance gonna figure it out.
That's crazy. Somebody want to do that.
That's scary, man.
Poison ivy or
Something like her face, right?
Yeah, right. Or one eye looks
Yeah, like
shouldn't
did
her.
she
I
get
seen
hit or
her.
something or what?
It looked almost like a rash, and the rash
that
swelled
baby
up
was
the eye.
suffering for
She
days,
was
man.
working on her. I could see it all down her chest. So you actually had heard this noise for about 2 days' time?
Many of the residents believe the crying sounds to be that of a baby inside of someone's home, while others thought it to be an animal. However, the horrific truth is that someone
2
had
days
callously
that baby was out
abandoned
there
the
crying.
child outside. But investigators aren't too far off of the monster's trail, where every twisted secret will inevitably come to light.
And it's only in the morning you could hear it. And I didn't think
2
nothing
days
of
that
it.
baby was out there
Your baby's
crying,
cry all the
bro.
time.
Okay. Was there something that stuck out about this?
It just the same kind of cry at the same time for 2 mornings in a row. So
2 mornings in
yesterday,
a row? Yesterday morning and then this morning?
Two whole
yesterday
days that
morning,
baby was out there
today would be the
crying.
3rd day.
It's an utter miracle that the child has survived after being abandoned for 3 days. Clearly, she would have suffered a different fate had she not been rescued when she was.
So you were up on the porch?
Yeah, we was right there. I was with them.
Okay.
Watching. They like, oh, you see that over there?
3 days in a bag, that baby
I
is a
think it's just a
fighter.
bag of garbage. They said it's moving. I'm like, it's not moving. They thought it was a dog. He opened the bag. I seen that head, so I ran over there. I'm like, a baby was in there?
I see the
You
leg.
seen the leg?
The baby is quickly rushed to the hospital. It's a heartbreaking
God they
scene
got
to
her to the
watch as
hospital
medical
in
staff
time.
do everything in their power to help the little girl who is fighting for her very life.
No fight. No fight at all. She's just laying there. Asleep or I don't know.
Bright red.
Yeah, one there looks like it's swollen shut. He says
That baby been out there 3 days fighting
said he
alone.
was hearing
Off and on. The
Off
baby
and on.
crying for 2 days. So it's very well could have been out there for that long. I mean, I don't know.
Six told it, you know, she was covered with bugs.
Yeah.
feces.
3 days in a bag covered in
feces and everything else. So
Back at the house, officers continue talking to the horrified residents of the neighborhood, hoping to uncover any bits of information as to who might have committed such an evil crime. Soon, they're met with a shocking discovery.
He was staying there. Her name is Harriet. She just had a baby a few months ago. I think it was like 4 or 5 months ago. I'm not really sure.
Harriet?
Yeah, her name is Harriet.
You know her last name?
Authorities now have somewhat of a lead. However, there isn't too much to go on yet. But that will quickly change when someone else makes their way onto the scene.
Did they tell you why they wanted you to
My daughter told me that they found a little girl in the backyard. And so I said, "Can she open her?"
Yes.
Wait, so that's the mother
Find
showing
out
up.
who the baby is, who the parents are.
This is Shirley, the owner of the house where the baby was heartlessly abandoned. She tells investigators that her daughter,
Shirley
Jody
knows
Forrest,
something.
currently
Tell us
lives in the
everything.
home. However, Shirley also explains that a Daniel Forrest also resided in the house at one point, although it's unclear if he and Jody are separated or divorced. Nonetheless, this will go
So
on
now
to
we
play
got
a
names
large
to work
role
with.
in tracking down the sadistic culprit. With the little information they have, police eventually discover their lead suspect to be 17-year-old Harriet Hoyt. The teenager is from Sayre, Pennsylvania, but investigators are now wondering if she may have
is
taken a
17
trip to
years old.
Elmira, New York, with the most sinister agenda in mind.
Malnourished? Yeah, she's in dehydrated. Pound in a bottle of Infamil right now, but they're pulling maggots out of her eyes. Still. That's right.
They found him. Because
Yeah.
he did this.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Maggots in her
Oh, you
eyes,
guys gonna
bro.
get 'em?
This
Yeah,
is evil.
everybody feels that way. This ain't right. Yeah.
You ride the lightning on this one.
Yeah.
You can't say I drive the load. You can put it on the porch, put it in the supermarket, take it to the police station. You put it way back there in
Exactly.
there. You
There
wanted
were
that
so many
baby
better
to die.
options.
At the hospital, medical staff continue attending to the child's wounds. However, they're still in absolute shock due to the incomprehensible situation at hand. But the suspect can only stay hidden for so long, and the truth is just moments
They better
away.
find her, that's all I'm saying.
Plastic garbage bag, paper bag.
That's what I was told. Is a plastic garbage bag.
Obviously, it wasn't closed, or she wouldn't be here.
What kind of monster would do this?
During this time, an officer makes a baffling discovery when he locates Harriet's
A monster
Facebook
is exactly
account.
what
On
they
it
are,
is a
bro.
shocking and disturbing post.
That's not, was that her?
But it's 12:30 a.m. That's yesterday, just after midnight.
Right. So she could have just posted it on. Yeah.
She posted on Facebook after doing that.
Yeah, there you go. Try Sabrina.
In a horrific revelation, authorities learned that Harriet had supposedly posted a picture of her own child just 1 day prior. That child would turn out to be 8-month-old Sabrina Hoyt, the baby who was seemingly
posted the
left
baby,
for
then
dead.
left her in a
However,
bag.
what makes this all the more disturbing is the fact that Harriet uploaded the picture while Sabrina was inside of a plastic bag, all alone, nowhere near her mother. It seems like the teenager may have done this in an attempt to throw off suspicion, but it only goes to show her cruel
posted a
and
picture
callous
while that
nature.
baby was
Eventually,
dying in a
authorities
bag.
were able to track down the 17-year-old mother, who quickly made a horrifying confession. She told investigators that she'd asked her stepmother to drive her and Sabrina from Sayre, Pennsylvania to Elmira, New York, in order to visit
planned this
Jody
whole
on
trip
August 5th, 2017. She further states that she informed her stepmother that Jody had reportedly left the back door open for Harriet and Sabrina to enter the home. However, this is a
So she planned
bold-faced
the whole
lie.
trip
Once the teenager
just
and
to
her daughter
abandon
were
her
at the
baby.
house, they sat on the back porch before Harriet made a phone call to her friend, Alexis Shadow. But the conversation supposedly turned volatile, in which Harriet became upset. In her police statement, she confessed, "I was
upset,
already
and then
stressed and depressed prior to this, and this argument did not help me. I think I snapped and I didn't want to do anything physically to harm Sabrina because of my anger. I decided that I needed some time away from Sabrina, so I decided to walk away from her. Before I left, I decided that I
She
wanted for
snapped, but
Sabrina to be
decided to walk
safe, so I
away.
placed her into
Make
a
it make
garbage bag
sense.
so she wouldn't get cold or rained on. I then took the bag with Sabrina in it and placed it over near some bushes in the backyard area. I stayed with Jody throughout the weekend, and I never told anyone what I did to Sabrina. Apparently, she left Sabrina between the hours of 11 a.m. and 12 p.m. In addition, Harriet states that she informed people that Sabrina's father was taking care of the child
So
for a
she
couple of
lied to cover
days,
it
but
up,
the
too.
heartbreaking truth remains that Harriet heartlessly abandoned her child. The 17-year-old mother was taken into custody and charged with attempted murder in the second degree. Thankfully, Sabrina would make it out alive of the unthinkable horror. In December of 2017, Harriet pleaded guilty to attempted murder in the second degree and was later sentenced in February 2018 to 9 years in prison, in addition to 5 years of post-release supervision. If she'd gone to trial, Harriet could have been facing up to 25 years in prison had she been found guilty.
Hi, I'm calling in Thomas and Dexter Avenue North. I think somebody's dead. So I believe it's going to be Carr versus Ped, and they're doing CPR. I'm sorry, Fire, I don't have more for you, but it just occurred, and I believe the officer's involved.
She was 26 anyway. She had limited value.
Were you aware that it was being recorded?
No, I was not.
When police received disturbing information in reference to a potential overdose, a race to the scene will trigger a sequence of shocking tragedies. On January 23, 2022, at 8 p.m., Seattle police dispatchers receive a call that will set in motion a night of both madness and scandal.
It's hard to think. Okay, that happens. All right, well, just try to relax and think with me. Have you done cocaine before?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think you've overdosed on it?
I think so, yes.
Okay, so I'm going to get you some help, all right? Okay, so stand by.
Can I have your name, please?
No.
Just so we know who we're looking for. We're getting some assistance to you as quick as we can right now.
You can call me Alex.
Alex? Did you want to give your last name?
No, I'm okay. I'm just kind of freaking out right now.
First responders and a medic team are quickly dispatched to Alex's location, 6th Street North, downtown. First en route is Officer Kevin Dave, who speeds into action in his single-officer cruiser. A fire and medical team prepare to meet him on 6th Street. Officer Dave swerves his police SUV through downtown traffic, flashing his lights and blasting his siren to warn oncoming traffic and pedestrians. In overdose cases, every moment counts. He's approaching the intersection of Dexter Street and Thomas Street, a 2-lane road with a bike lane and a construction site obscuring a portion of the sidewalk from view. Officer Dave speeds through this 25-mile-per-hour zone when the catastrophic happens. Some of the following footage has been redacted out of respect for the victim.
Mary 2, started supervisor start fire for a struck pedestrian.
He hit someone.
Off screen, Officer Dave quickly jumps out of his vehicle and dashes out into Dexter Street. Moments later, we hear the unmistakable sounds of emergency CPR. Tragically, a pedestrian had been struck.
That officer hit someone rushing to save someone.
Despite Dave's persistent CPR, the pedestrian remains unresponsive.
At 30, pause. 4, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You all right?
No, I'm not all right.
Bro, he is fighting
Dave
so hard
soon notifies dispatch, and a squadron of police cruisers and ambulances descend on the scene to assist.
So someone's doing CPR, Dexter North and Thomas. I'm sorry, Fire, I don't have more for you, but it just occurred, and I believe the officer's involved.
So the officer may be involved.
The officer's not hurt, though.
By now, Alex has been given proper medical assistance, and all attention has shifted to the tragedy unfolding in downtown Seattle. Dispatchers are now receiving calls from eyewitnesses who will prove a crucial role in the investigation that will come later.
Was it like a vehicle hit a pedestrian? What happened?
Correct. They're doing CPR right now. The person was crossing the road, and I think police were going fast, so they hit them.
Hold on.
I'm not sure if there's anything I need to do. There's two police officers here. I think there's another one coming right now.
Officer Dave's colleagues comfort him as he describes what went down.
I was on the crosswalk. She saw me. She started
Wait,
running
she saw
through
him
the
coming
crosswalk.
and he still hit her.
Slammed on my brakes instead of staying back where she should before crossing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hey, bye.
Okay, all right, man.
The same cannot be said for the young woman lying unresponsive in the street, a 23-year-old grad student. Despite medics' best attempts, she passes away after being transported to the hospital.
Yeah, Dave, you okay? Physically?
No medical issue.
No medical issues.
Okay. I'm not going to ask any question, but I just don't want you to know that I'm here for you.
If he's okay.
That we're going to get you everything that you need, okay? Okay?
Thanks, LT.
All right, man.
While the true intentions behind the officer's assertion that he won't ask questions is unknown,
Yeah, I bet
it's
he won't ask
possible he's trying to
questions.
protect Officer Dave. Clearly, body cameras are rolling and documenting the conversation. There are also labor and department policies involved in these types of situations. Some agencies won't allow
Yeah,
a responding
policies are
officer
there
to
for a
question an involved officer and require an internal group or external law enforcement agency to do so. One important purpose of this type of policy is to maintain impartiality. Many police are represented by unions, and it's possible that it could be against union rules
Yeah, the
for
union
officers to
stuff makes
question
this
each
way
other
more
without the
complicated.
presence of a union representative, counsel, or both. As stated, the specifics of this particular incident are unknown, and these are a few of the potential reasons the officer has stated that he won't question Officer Dave. Photos of the aftermath were taken, and evidence
Now,
was tagged
we're
and
gonna see what really
inventoried.
happened.
Officer Dave's cruiser, a Ford Police Interceptor, had sustained heavy damage to its front push bar, passenger side headlights, and minor cracks to its front windshield. Debris was scattered across
That
the
car
cold
took serious
Seattle
damage from the
pavement. 2
impact.
AirPods were found, presumably ejected from the pedestrian's ears at the moment of contact. Bodycam footage from Officer Dave's cruiser was inventoried and sent to the police
single detail
archive to
getting
be reviewed
documented
during
now.
a pending internal investigation. Another police bodycam would later elevate this freak accident to the level of international scandal. Several witnesses later told what they saw from where they stood on the sidewalk that fateful
International
night.
scandal.
I
Oh,
was
this is
trailing
about to get
behind
way
them.
worse.
We changed sides of the street to avoid a construction zone. They were ahead of me. They were crossing the street. We heard a siren. I heard a siren. I would
So they
presume the
heard the
pedestrian
siren
also
before
heard a
impact.
siren. I observed them beginning to run, presumably to exit the roadway as they heard a siren approaching. And then I heard a loud thump, and I observed the police officer come to a halt. I was not far behind
tried
them,
to
so
run
I
and
was
still
coming
got
into
hit,
view
man.
of Dexter Street.
It was very quick.
You saw the collision. What happened after that?
So that person kind of got kicked by the car into the air, and they flew in the air about 10 meters in the northbound direction.
Certain factors
10
were
meters,
suspected
bro.
to have contributed
That
to the
is
deadly
insane.
collision. A construction site leading up the east of Dexter Street significantly obscured driver vision, and a partly see-through metal chain fence led out to the edge of the road. Orange construction barricades also
So the
partially
construction
obstructed
zone
view
blocked
of
the
the
view
intersection
completely.
from afar. The pedestrian was evidently already walking outside the crosswalk when Officer Dave began to approach in his cruiser. She was possibly wearing
So she was
AirPods that
outside
could
the
have made hearing
crosswalk already.
police sirens difficult. Later analysis of the footage revealed that Officer Dave had performed proper collision avoidance, braking, and emergency
they
steering
saying
to
he
the
did
center of
everything
the
right.
street. He'd initiated his siren appropriately moments before the collision. Unfortunately, the Ford Cruiser was too powerful to be slowed by a short period of braking, and the steering didn't effectively change the direction. Officer
That
Dave is sent to
cruiser
the
was
West
just
Precinct
way
and
too
is met
heavy.
by Officer Daniel Otterer from the DUI squad, whose duties include investigating drivers for signs of impairment. It's protocol to have drivers evaluated in serious injury or fatality collisions. After completing his testing of
Yeah,
Officer
they gotta
Dave,
check him.
Officer
That's
Otterer
standard
concludes
protocol.
that Dave has exhibited no signs of impairment and is safe to operate a motor vehicle. Weeks later, police archivists were routinely going over body cam footage to prepare for internal
Oh, here we
review
go.
and
This is where it all
analysis. In the
unravels.
process, they stumbled on a potentially problematic piece of audio captured by Officer Otterer's body cam immediately following his session with Officer Dave. The body cam had recorded Officer Otterer's side of
Oh,
a
no,
phone
what did the
conversation
body
with
cam
Mike
catch?
Solon, the president of the Seattle Police Officers Guild.
Yep, totally. All right, brother. Well, yep. I'm sure TCIS is. And, he was good. He says, well, normally we don't give voluntary statements. And I said, hey, you're going to have to
Wait, he
decide
was
if you
coaching
wanted to
him
give a
not to
statement
give
or
a
not.
statement.
But it does not seem like there's a criminal investigation going on. Yeah, I mean, he's going 50. That's not out of control. That's not reckless for a trained driver. Yeah, lights and sirens. Yeah, well, there's
reckless, bro. What are you saying?
Initially, he said she was in a crosswalk. There's a witness that says no, she wasn't.
Unfortunately, witness statements aren't always reliable. Clearly, the victim was in the crosswalk at the time of impact.
Just said she wasn't
that
in the
witness
crosswalk.
could be different because I don't think she was thrown 40 feet either. I think she went up on the hood, hit the windshield, then when he hit the brakes, flew off the car. But she is dead.
He is literally reconstructing the whole thing on a phone call.
No, it's a regular person. Yeah. Yeah, just write a check. Just, yeah, $11,000. She was 26 anyway. She had limited value.
Apparently, Daniel was unaware that his body cam was still recording. Through extensive police analysis, it was determined that Officer Dave had been going upwards of 70 miles per hour and that the pedestrian had been flung nearly 140 feet. The body cam video was brought to light, allegedly by a leak to the media, and complaints from outraged citizens began pouring in. It turns out that Daniel Otterer's duties went beyond those of the DUI force. He also served as vice president for the Seattle Police Officers Guild. With pressure mounting, the Police Officers Guild issued a press release addressing the alleged misconduct. In it, they claimed that Officer Otterer's comments had been taken out of context. Within days, the Office of Police Accountability had received a complaint that alleged Officer Otterer had violated department policy. Officer Otterer initially requested a rapid adjudication, a mechanism of the police bureaucracy that would waive a full investigation in exchange for minor discipline, but his request was denied. Officer Otterer and Union President Solon were both promptly brought in to give official statements. They were interviewed by Sergeant Corey George of Seattle's Office of Police Accountability, a police task force that works to ensure professionalism and safeguard against unethical or inappropriate police behavior.
Your body-worn video captured a conversation between yourself and Officer Solon. Can you explain the content and context of the phone call?
I was finished and I was heading home, and we were talking about, because I had very limited information on scene. So I was telling what I kind of knew at the time, and those details always change during the course of an investigation. Mike or Officer Solon was talking about what could anybody do? What can anybody say about this? And that was kind of the context of the conversation. I remember earlier in the conversation where we spoke about, boy, it never stops. It's always something happening. We were talking about that. And then this was a conversation about maybe things we knew at the time, and then this is awful. What can attorneys possibly say about that? And that was the end of the conversation.
Were you aware that it was being recorded?
No, I was not.
It has been alleged that you violated SPD Policy Manual Section 5.001, Standards and Duties, subsection 10, employees shall strive to be professional. What is your understanding of this policy?
Professional after
I understand it very well. You don't want to do anything that could potentially diminish trust in the police department, cast doubt on an investigation, or cause a problem where the police department might have to explain something.
So you know exactly
do you believe that you violated this policy?
I did not violate that policy. It was a private conversation in a car alone that just happened to be recorded by my camera turning on, probably when I made a U-turn, or another car could have simply passed by.
Next came Mike Solon, Daniel's boss and good friend.
At one point, Officer Otterer says she's dead and begins laughing shortly thereafter. Do you recall what you said to Officer Otterer to make him laugh?
I remarked on how he commented on how fast the officer was traveling and how she unfortunately was struck by the police vehicle and how that she hit the windshield of the vehicle. And I was remarking that she was more than likely dead instantly, which was a tragedy. And I said that the city is going to have to pay out a lot of money on this one. And that was the context of the conversation.
At one point, Officer Otterer mentions just write a check. Then he laughs for a few seconds and says $11,000. She was 26 anyways. She had limited value. Do you recall what you stated to Officer Otterer to have him elicit that response?
Well, it was remarking on how the city is going to have to pay out a ton of money to the family in this tragic situation. And then how can the city, lawyers in general, speaking and negotiating on the city's behalf with the family, how do you put a price tag on human life? And that was the crux of the conversation.
You literally just put one on her yourself.
So you don't believe that any of the laughing was making light of the situation or laughing at the fact that somebody had died?
I think without context, just hearing the audio, which is unfortunately captured in a private phone call, you could have that as a reasonable takeaway. Police officers, we deal with tragedy almost on a daily basis. And we're human beings just like the next person. But we have to process these in a manner that allows us to go to that next tragic event. And humor and sarcasm is used for us as a coping mechanism.
In response to the events, the Seattle Police Department announced on September 28, 2023, that Officer Daniel Otterer would be reassigned to a non-operational position. Records show that over his 12 years on the police force, he had been investigated dozens of times for various incidents. The victim, Janavi Kandula, was 23 years old and a graduate student when she met her tragic death on Dexter Street. In September of 2023, Northeastern University in Washington elected to award their mourned student a posthumous degree. The King County Prosecuting Attorney's Office is currently conducting a criminal review of the crash.
They told me, I'm not kidding, Majestic 12 told me to come out. They said, come build our nanobot.
On the morning of February 19th, 2023, a deputy from the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office in Nevada is dispatched to the highly classified facility known as Area 51. He has little information to go on other than the fact that a mysterious man has trespassed and is now being detained. When the outrageous story behind what has brought him to the site is uncovered, it proves to be one so bizarre that deputies themselves are completely shocked. The following footage has never been seen before.
They stopped and challenged him, got him out, got him handcuffed.
They actually caught him at Area 51.
AR-15 fully loaded, on fire, right behind the driver's seat on the floor. We're in right now to see if OSI wants us to take possession of the firearms, to see federal property with the assault rifle, or if we're going to turn it over to you.
An AR-15 on Area 51 grounds, bro. What was his plan?
With it in his possession.
With this knowledge, the deputy approaches the trespasser.
And I'm Deputy Walsh with the Sheriff's Office.
Bro is stuttering. He's terrified.
Read this to you. Okay. Do you understand your rights? Do you want to talk to me? No? Okay.
The deputy heads back to his vehicle with both the weapon and the driver's identification in hand. At this point, it's imperative that the deputy and camo dudes focus their efforts on gathering background information on the man in question, considering what they've located in his vehicle and what else they're about to uncover.
What else they find in that car, bro?
Boots with chains on for snow, food, a weapon. This guy was probably trying to hike in.
Definitely did. If you see all the that's in there, he wasn't planning on leaving.
His intention was a little weird.
He was not planning on coming back, bro.
I didn't tell him to calm down when he pulled up. Yeah, I saw him shaking. Hey, calm down. Just share with him.
Yeah, he was shivering. Yeah.
Clearly, this situation is anything but standard, and it will only become more surreal from here.
This is new for me too as well, so.
Okay. We'll figure it out.
As soon as we figure everything out, we'll put our heads together and figure out what we're going to do.
While the deputy learns that the man is Trevor Samuel Baker, a resident of Montana, he's instructed by his superiors in regards to how he can proceed. Then the deputy and a camo dude discuss these options. This certainly is uncharted territory as far as both agencies are concerned.
Even the camo dudes don't know what to do with this guy.
Going to take him into custody if they're towing his vehicle, or what that disposition is going to be?
Typically, we don't. Just because it's a trespass. But I mean, if there's a concern that if he leaves, he's not going to, I can talk to DA or somebody.
Really don't know what to do with this guy.
Honestly, I don't want you to have to make the trip to Pioche.
Well, but it is what it is, dude. I mean, if we feel that there's a need to, are you going to go with the federal charge or
federal charge, bro? This man is cooked.
To talk to him about that.
Well, let's go up. I've got this all ready to go.
The deputy approaches the man, and this time, Trevor has quite a bit to say.
Hey, just confirming you waived your rights, right?
Oh,
you
now
want
he wants to talk.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that meant. Well, earlier I read you the Miranda, and then I asked you, and you You said, when I asked you want to talk to me, you said, if I asked you if you understood, you said yes. And I asked, do you want to talk to me? And you said
He
no.
trying to clarify what the guy
Waiting for
actually said
Majestic 12.
earlier.
Anybody hear back now? Am I going to jail or?
Like I said, I read you the rights. Just confirming you do not, you told me earlier you do not want to speak to me.
Yeah, I didn't know what that meant though. I said no though.
Bro, you literally
Okay,
said
well,
no. How do you not know what that means?
I'm confused. I'm just waiting for Majestic 12.
Okay, well, hold on.
Despite this new development, the mention of Majestic 12, the conversation seems to have hit a wall.
Why would I talk to you? I mean,
okay. Well, the reason why I'm here, okay, is
He
because
keeps saying
you've
Majestic
trespassed
12 like they coming
onto
for him.
property.
yeah.
So, but before I just wanted to make sure that I'd read your rights because you are detained. Do you want to talk to me about this incident?
I'm just
Bro,
waiting.
he
for
already
Majestic
said no
12.
like 3 times. Just let the
I mean,
man
if I was
wait for
gonna talk
his
to you, that's all I'd
Majestic
have to
12.
say.
Okay. I don't know what Majestic 12 is.
Me neither. Just barely started this.
So, you're waiting for Majestic 12, but who is that?
Oh, the bosses.
The bosses?
Yeah.
Okay. But you don't want to talk to
The
me.
bosses? He
Now,
just
if you're-
casually says
if
the
you're-
bosses,
If you're
bro.
going west, I'll talk to you. If you're going east, I don't really care. I mean, whatever. Just drag me.
Well, right now, you're being detained. Okay, and we're going to figure out if you're going to be given a citation and released.
Just a citation,
Or if-
bro. You broke into Area
You're not going to be
51.
released. So what I'm trying to do is just make contact with you, explain what's going on, and then I read your rights and asked you if you want to speak to me.
Bro, he's
You're
going in
still
circles
saying,
with this man.
I still haven't got a. First you said no, and now you're saying, well,
I guess we're just waiting to hear what they say then.
okay, so you don't want to talk to me about that.
Bro, this deputy is going
Waiting
in
to hear
circles
what
with
they say,
him.
I guess.
Baffled by this conversation with Trevor, the deputy steps aside to speak with a camo dude in hopes he can make some sense of the situation. Unfortunately, he is equally stumped.
Even the camo dude is lost,
So
bro.
what is it? Do you even know what Majestic 12 is?
What he's talking about. He's not making any sense. So.
It seems neither the deputy nor the camo dude are informed when it comes to UFO conspiracy theories. According
Bro,
to the
they work
theorists
at
of this
Area
community,
51. They
Majestic
don't know
12 is a
Majestic
purported
12.
organization that was formed in 1947 by an executive order issued by President Harry Truman. It's alleged that as a result of the order, a secret committee comprised of scientists, military leaders, and
So
government
Truman actually
officials was
started all
formed to
this.
facilitate recovery and investigation of alien spacecraft. It said that classified documents claiming such were leaked and first circulated in 1984. Of course, it's important to bear in mind that the FBI declared the
here we go,
documents
the
to be
FBI about to
completely
debunk all of
bogus. In addition, many ufologists, or those who study UFOs, generally consider the documents an elaborate hoax. But perhaps this man is privy to some highly classified information, and it's all the others
Oh,
who
so
are
now
still
they
in
think
the
he might
dark
actually know
as they
something?
continue to try to figure out how to navigate this unprecedented situation. The deputy gives a camo dude, presumably the leader of the dudes, a recap of his most recent conversation with trespasser
dudes
Trevor.
is crazy
Then the
time.
camo dude gives the deputy a troubling rundown, consisting of what their research has yielded.
Just so you're aware, he's got a room at the Alamo.
Okay.
And I don't know if he's got. I mean, obviously, it's.
Wait, he's got a
he's
what now?
Entitled to possess them. I don't know if he's got more of the same weapons back at the end. I just don't want him to cause problems.
Yeah. Well, that's why. Let's go over and see what you guys want to do. And then we'll go up there. And
They know something they're
just
not
call
telling
and
us.
Say this is what's going on. He pretty much waived his rights.
Are we seizing the weapon, or is it going
we
to?
are.
Okay, is it
It's in your vehicle. Will you just let them two know that we're going to go up and get on a blue line and
Get
figure
on a
out
blue
we're
what
gonna
they
do
cut
from here,
off.
and then we'll both be back as soon as we can.
Yep.
Now I'm going to jail that way.
Yes. Okay. Do you have plans to return?
I know. Whatever Majestic 12 says.
Okay, well, Majestic doesn't mean anything. They don't mean a thing.
Bro, he is fully committed to the
So
Majestic 12 thing.
Do you plan on returning here? Do you plan on returning? I don't care if they tell you to come back. You will go to jail because they're nothing. They
Finally, someone telling him
their
straight.
organization has no say on what happens here. So, do you plan on returning?
No, I do not plan on returning.
Deputy Walsh, he's already told my guys he does.
I did not say that. I said whatever Majestic
Bro,
said.
he
Once
literally
again, they
just
seem
said
to be
he
going
did
in
not say
circles.
that.
The deputy reiterates that Trevor is forbidden from returning to the area.
If you told them that you plan on returning, then there's a possibility you're going to go to jail.
Okay, I did not plan on
Bro,
returning.
just say no
But
and
it
stop
seems there
going in
are still
circles.
unwavering doubts in the minds of the deputy and the camo dudes.
I know it is what it is, but let's go up there and I'm going to make them a phone call. I didn't tell them he said
They still don't trust this dude at all.
So they can still detain him, but let's go up there and I will try again. I'll say, look, he just told the security that he's going to return.
Considering the loaded weapon Trevor brought onto the premises and the fact that he
They building
stated
the
he may
case against him
return,
now.
it seems that the deputy and the camo dude are in agreement. Letting Trevor off with a simple citation isn't going to provide them with any peace of mind. The deputy communicates this information to the powers that be,
a citation ain't
and
gonna
with
cut it
that,
here.
Trevor's fate is sealed, and the moment of truth has finally arrived.
Okay, you're not going to jail right now. If you return, you will go to jail. Trespassing, okay?
Yep.
This is your citation. Okay, there's two things you can take care of that.
He got so
We
lucky,
can
bro.
take you up
Just
to
a
a court in
citation.
Alamo, Nevada on the date. It's on the back. Do you have any questions for me?
No.
Okay, see your signature. Now, just confirming, you told me earlier that you do not plan on returning. What is your plans?
Bro, they already went
So
through
we-
this like 3 times.
Go out the way it came in.
What? Okay, do you have somewhere to stay? Or are you heading back to Montana?
No, I'll go back to Cedar City and get a hotel room.
Okay, what's in Cedar? Do you have family in Cedar? Or
No, it's the route back to Montana.
Bro, just casually planning his route
so that
home
is your
like
plans
nothing
to say,
happened.
like, you are not coming back here. Okay? I'm doing you a favor by not taking you, not by toning this. Okay, I'm cutting you a huge break here. Okay? You need to really respect the fact that
Bro,
we're
he really is
not
getting off
taking you
easy,
to jail, giving
honestly.
you an opportunity to leave and not spend time in jail.
Yes.
Do you have the information for the contact about the weapon? I explained to you, you're not getting your weapon back today.
They really
You
keeping
have to
his
go
weapon
through
too?
them.
That's tough.
So I was thinking about it more. There will be people that will be in contact with you in regards to that. So just stand by to hear from them.
With the course of action finally established, the camo dudes and deputy reflect on the unusual situation. Of course, Trevor feels compelled to chime in too.
But you didn't expect this to happen today, huh?
Usually, you don't come out and
We weren't expecting it to happen.
Neither.
Well,
Bro, even
obviously
the
you did,
camo
'cause you
dudes
didn't
are
think
shook
that's
by
in
this
files.
guy.
Oh, Majestic 12. I thought. My bad.
Then Trevor offers up some intriguing information. Perhaps these tidbits will shed some light on this vague
now he
mission
wants to
Trevor
drop lore
claims
on
to have
them.
been recruited to join by the covert Majestic 12.
Did you know all chemical bonds are really quantum magnetic dipoles?
Everyone is temporarily rendered speechless by this information.
I try to keep life pretty simple, man.
Yeah, it's super simple.
Bro
super
dropped
simple.
quantum
So if the
physics and
sign
the
says-
cop just wants
and I
a
can see
simple
this
life.
Sign right there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Super secret. They're super secret file closed.
At this point, the deputy trudges up the road to observe the signs for himself.
forgot he was
As
at Area
expected,
51 for a
they're
second.
hard to miss.
Do you know the route to get to Cedar City?
You said you had a hotel room in Alamo, though, right?
Yeah, super simple. Can't get more simple than that. All the atoms in this thing, they're all connected
He
by
is back on the
magnetic
quantum
dipoles.
stuff again, bro.
But steel has like 8, water has like 4. 8 dipoles in one atom. That's why it's still so hard to break apart. That's why water falls apart like nothing. Because it's only got like 2 or
Bro is
3.
giving a chemistry lecture at Area 51.
Then Trevor finally confides in them. The whole purpose behind his long-distance trek to the facility is revealed.
They told me, I'm not kidding. Majestic 12 told me to come out. They said, come build our nanobot for us. And then I get out here.
Wait,
and then
that's
there's nobody
literally
out
what
here.
he said at the very beginning.
Not Avenger, not like the dumb Marvel nanobots. That's not a suit. It can barely move, you know? There's more for sending. That's just to
He
get
is
a little
correcting
tiny
the deputy
electric.
on
Just to get a
nanotechnology
machine
now.
inside your brain to send you electric impulses to control you. That's its only purpose. It's not going to be a suit like Iron Man or some dumb
He is clarifying his nanotech
highways
lore
and
now.
everything to get to Cedar Road? Like the route, do you know?
Yeah, I know how to get to the jerky place, and then I know keep heading east from there.
Do you know a highway though? Do you know what the highway is or not?
Yeah, I know what it is.
Bro knows the
I can't
jerky
remember the name,
place,
but I know
but
how to
not the
get there.
highway.
Okay, it's US 93. That's the one you want to hit. Then we hit Panache. You want to go into Utah that way.
The engineering of the nanobots is officially delayed, and it remains unknown exactly what the consequences of this postponement
nanobot
will
project
be.
is officially
Even
a
so,
no-go.
they prepare to launch Trevor back into civilization.
You guys get ready to leave. I'll open up the gate for you guys.
You got anything else for him?
I don't. Just, I said, man, I'm cutting you a break by doing this. So you can
Bro,
get
they're
back
really
to
cutting
Montana.
their own break
I'm
for
assuming
this
you have,
man.
obviously, a job, all that stuff that people do, go to work, pay for bills, all that. So I'm cutting you a break instead of spending a lot more time here in Nevada. You get to go home. Okay? So the vehicle is not registered.
They're really just letting him go home.
If you cause more problems, okay, you could probably be cited for more stuff. So I recommend you. Okay?
All right. Can I go?
Yes.
And with that, Trevor is on his way, but not before he imparts a few final words of wisdom upon the uniformed
Oh no, he got
men.
more wisdom to
Stay
share.
safe. Watch out for the nuclear war.
Okay, take care. Drive safe.
Unfortunately, the status of the nanobot mission is uncertain as Trevor leaves the premises. But an uneventful conclusion
The
to the
nanobot
meeting
mission
is
is
an
officially a
achievement
must.
for all dudes involved.
911 emergency, what are you reporting? I just went away from home because I live in a family of 15, and my two little sisters right now are chained up. Okay, how old are you? I'm 17.
When a 911
family of
operator
15,
for
bro.
Riverside
What?
County receives a strange call from what sounds like a very confused child, she has no idea of the horrors about to be revealed to her. In the very early morning hours of January 14th, 2018, a home security camera in Paris, California captures what looks like a
Wait,
young
2018,
child
this is the
fleeing
Turpin
from what
case.
seems to be
Oh,
a
no.
typical suburban house. The child runs shakily down the driveway before picking up speed once hitting the sidewalk and disappearing from view. This is 17-year-old Jordan Turpin, and though she's been planning for this moment for almost
She'd
2
been planning this
years,
escape.
she still has
Oh my
no
God.
idea what she's about to do will change the course of her family's lives forever. Interestingly, another person, this one looking to be older, also emerges from the house and moves quickly down the street off
someone else came
camera,
out too.
though in the complete opposite direction, only to return a few minutes later and re-enter the house. At the same time, Jordan makes it to a corner down the block where she stops beneath a stop sign and, with hands shaking
She's so brave
violently,
for doing this
dials
alone.
911.
I just ran away from home. Okay, do you know where you are? I'm actually in California, Paris. Do you know what street you're on? No. Do you see any signs or anything? Like any
She
street
doesn't
signs?
even know where she
No,
is, bro.
No, I don't.
The operator speaks with her for a minute before realizing this is a matter for the sheriff's department and asks Jordan to hold on 1 second while she transfers her. Jordan agrees and stands, panting
She
in
is
the
so brave
darkness,
for doing
full
this
of
alone.
adrenaline and fear that at any moment her parents will appear out of the shadows.
It's BHB with the transfer. She's not sure where she's at. She says that she's in Paris and she ran away from home. Okay. Hello?
She doesn't even know where she is. That's how sheltered she was.
What's your name? Jordan Turpin.
The operator asks her to spell her last name, and Jordan tries, although she misspells it both times the operator asks.
Turpin. Do you need my address?
She can't even spell her own last name, bro.
Okay, you got to give me a minute. It's going to take a while.
Here, Jordan pauses, taking a couple of deep breaths before doing her best to provide an answer.
I live in, okay, this is my address, 9257.
She can barely even remember her
Did you
own
get that?
address.
Case, is it C-A-S-E? Okay, sorry, I'm going to start over. My address is 92570-5574. Did you get it?
Okay, so now you just gave me a whole bunch of numbers.
She barely
you didn't
knows her
give me
own
any kind of
address. This
street
is
name there.
heartbreaking.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, so you're just around the corner from your house, is that right?
Yeah, I think. I'm not sure. I've never been out. I don't go out much, so I don't know anything about the streets or anything.
It's later
She said
revealed
she's
that
17
Jordan
and
has
never been
been to
outside.
school or received any kind of formal education whatsoever, so the fact she's able to offer anything at all is actually rather impressive. The operator asks Jordan a couple more questions
never
about her
been to school
location
and still
before
gave
getting
all
to
that
the
info.
heart of the matter.
Why did you leave your house?
What?
Why did you leave your house?
My two little sisters right now are chained up
Where are they chained up at?
on their bed.
Then there are 15
Chained to their
kids.
beds, bro.
There's
This is horrifying.
13 kids, and then a mother and father.
Are you at a corner right now?
I might be.
Are you at? Is there a street sign? Is there a pole with two names at the top?
I just need.
She doesn't even know what a street sign is.
Okay, can you go over and stand right at that stop sign?
Yes.
Shortly thereafter, Deputy Anthony Colaci, at the end of a long graveyard shift, pulls up to the curb, getting out to greet the small, disheveled
Finally, someone
figure
is coming
standing
to help
alone
her.
in the darkness.
Hi, Jordan. Hi, what's going on?
Okay. I just ran away from home,
Okay.
and I live in a family of 15.
Okay.
Thank you so much. There's a mother and father, and then there's...
She's so brave telling the
13
officer
kids.
all this.
And,
How old are the kids?
okay, some of them are, like... Okay, my older sister's 29, the youngest is 2.
And they all live in the house?
Yes.
Even your 29-year-old sister?
Yes. Oh, yeah, they're kind of scared to ask
A
to move out
29-year-old
because
still trapped in that house.
their mother, some of them have asked for a job before, and she acts like that's crazy and it would never happen. But, my 2 little sisters right now, chained up.
How old are they?
Chained up, bro.
11
This is horrifying.
And 14. They're chained up because they stole mother's food.
Uh-huh.
But, okay, yeah. And do you want to know why they stole mother's food?
Why?
Okay. All we ever eat, for probably 2
They
straight
stole
years or
food
3 or
because
more,
they never
but
eat.
we always eat the same things. But sometimes we do eat. I'm sorry if I talk too much. Okay. I've never talked to anybody out there, so I've never been alone with a person, so this is very hard for me to talk.
Despite Jordan's marked level of trepidation, she continues to divulge as much information as possible. Though she clearly struggles to put it all into words, she picks up where she left off with the dispatcher during her 911 call in regards to Turpin family life and how little the children were fed.
I don't know much about my mother. She doesn't like us. She doesn't spend time with us ever.
Who takes care of you?
I take care of myself, and Mother does buy food for us, so she feeds us.
Okay. All we ever eat is
She takes care of herself. That's not
Sometimes they
being fair.
tell Mother that they're hungry, but she has to give it to them. And then when they throw up, she says, "You're supposed to tell me if you're hungry. I'll give you something." And then they try to tell her, and she just okay, go on. So,
You've never been outside before?
okay, I've been
She has
outside.
never been outside before,
Do you go
bro.
to school?
This is
No.
insane.
I haven't finished first grade.
Jordan, having been sheltered from the outside world, is painfully apparent when she concedes that she isn't familiar with the most basic of health-related terminology. She
never even
Does anybody at the house take any kind of medication?
Oh, I don't know what medication is.
Any medicines?
When we have a cold, sometimes we take Robitussin. I don't know. We don't take medicine much when we're sick.
medication.
How do your parents know you left your house?
No, they don't.
Do you take any medication?
What's medication?
Medication?
Yeah, what's medication?
Do you take pills?
She asked,
Do you
what
take pills?
medication is twice?
Oh,
For-
Now, this is heartbreaking.
Okay.
Right, I haven't. But
What about your other siblings? Do they ever go outside?
okay. Mother treats them right. They're they
Treats
go
them
out
right after
every day
everything
when
we
she
just
goes
heard.
out, but she takes turns sometimes. It's 2 right now. But when was 1, was crying, and Mother on her head with a pencil.
She grabbed her head.
And she just
Bro, this
turned
is evil.
1. And we was noticing stuff, we was did get amnesia? Because she started acting weird after that. And so,
So you don't go to school?
right, I don't go
Do
to
your
school.
parents,
She
do they
never
let
even
you go
finished
outside?
first grade, man. This is heartbreaking.
I've never, we don't even go in the backyard. But the reason I called and the reason I managed to get out here, this is one of the most scariest things I've ever done.
She is so
I'm
brave
terrified.
for doing this.
But I called because my 2 little sisters, they're chained up right now. And they,
Do you have pictures of that?
yes, I can show you. I actually didn't have it, and then one of my sisters told me I need to get pictures. So see? Here, you can look at that.
She had the
See,
awareness
those
to
are the
get
places
proof.
that make it on that. And that's... And see how dirty she is? We are so filthy. We don't take baths. We don't...
Is there a cell phone number
No, that's
to this?
Oh,
They
no.
don't even get to
Can I look at? Do you have any other
Oh,
photos?
You might be able to see it. Yes, those are just photos of me. I have pictures and videos, but they're on my camera, and I have to. That would take forever.
Have you lived in other states?
Yeah, Texas.
Did they act like this when
So
you
this
lived
has been
in
happening
Texas?
across states too.
They acted different. They actually banned all of their kids in a house, and they left us there for like 4 years, and then later they came back and picked us up.
They
So they're
abandoned
living
their
with
own
us
kids
right
for
now.
4 years. As the Texan neighbors of the family would later report, the family, who'd moved to Texas in the late 90s, kept entirely to themselves until a decade later, when they apparently fled in the middle of the night without a word of explanation. When neighbors went over to the mobile home to check on the dogs that had been abandoned there, they were shocked and horrified by what they saw. The dogs had apparently been found surviving off the used diapers left amid the other
The dogs were
trash
eating
and
diapers,
feces
bro.
left in the
What?
home, and the doors and refrigerator all bore padlocks and frayed ropes tied to the multiple bare bunk beds. It would later come out that this was where the Turpins had abandoned all but 2 of their children
left their
for
own
at
kids
least
for
3
4
years, while they themselves lived in an apartment nearby, only coming by once a week to drop off a small amount of food.
Sometimes we live in filth, and sometimes I wake
They
up
left their
and I
kids
can't
alone for
breathe
years,
because
bro.
how dirty the house is. We never take baths. I don't know if we need to go to the doctor, but sometimes we think stuff might be wrong with us, and we tell Mother, and she just says, "Go on."
When was the last time you had a bath?
I don't know, almost a year ago.
What if I went to your parents' house right now? What would they tell me?
I'd be terrified. If you went to my parents' house, they couldn't see me.
How did your
She is
sisters get like
terrified of
this?
her own parents, bro. This is hard.
Your parents chained them up?
Yes, because they stole food.
Okay.
But they stole it because they were hungry.
You make sure to save these, okay?
Okay, I will.
Don't get rid of those.
I will. I won't.
Okay. Can you do me a favor?
Chained
Take
up
a seat in
for
the back of my
eating
car.
because they
We're
were
going to go around the corner, okay?
Okay.
And take a seat back here, okay?
By this point, the deputies heard enough. He radios for backup and escorts Jordan to the police
Good,
car
they're
to
finally
be driven
taking
to the
action.
family
Let's go.
home. He reassures her she doesn't have to see her parents. On the way over to the house, Deputy Kalachi asks Jordan a few more questions.
Do you have any injuries?
What's injuries?
Are you hurt?
Oh, no.
She doesn't
not
even
right
know
now.
what injuries
Okay.
means.
Are your parents sleeping?
No, they're. Oh, I think they're up. They helped me.
They're about to have a real bad morning.
Have you ever tried to escape before?
Yes, I have.
How much would it cost to take me to Nevada? Nevada? No, not Las Vegas, just Nevada.
She just wanted to get as
Just
far
the
away
border,
as
just
possible.
at the very beginning of Nevada. Yeah. How much would it cost? Huh? No. No, I'm 18. Okay, a couple hundred? I'm not going. I'll take a bus. Yeah, thanks. Bye.
Wait, she said
Well, what
she
happened
was
when you tried
17
to?
earlier.
My parents never tried to. My parents never caught me. But my older sister had run away, and she caught her. And she was, I think, just turned 20.
Yeah.
And her sister caught her and brought her back home, and she got in so
They
much
dragged her
trouble.
back at 20
Has
years
anybody
old.
ever been to your house before to check on your welfare?
Like
have
family?
have any of your other siblings called the cops?
No. They, yeah. Some of them have wanted to, but they're too terrified.
Did you call the police?
I don't. I
They
can't.
were all
I
too
can't
scared
get a
to
phone
try.
yet. This is the first chance I got the phone back. Like I got this phone probably like less than a month ago. But the next chance I got to call and run away was
How did you get a phone?
okay. It's my brother's phone. He was going to throw it
She
away,
had to plan this for weeks.
and it wasn't used. And so I needed a way to call 911, and I asked my sister, would that be okay? And because we don't know much, and so and my
Why don't you know much?
older sister.
Why don't you know much?
We don't go around. Our
They
parents
kept
never
these
tell
kids
us
from
things.
knowing
When we do
anything
stuff with
about the
dogs,
world.
It took forever for us to figure out what our parents does is against the law. We took forever.
And even the 29-year-old doesn't know this?
Okay, the 29-year-old does. She knew it for a long time, but I think she's scared.
The 29-year-old
The sister,
knew and still didn't
29-year-old
help
Jennifer
them.
Turpin, had in fact tried to escape once when the Turpin family lived in Texas, but without any form of education or identification, she was eventually forced to return
literally
home,
trapped
where
her
she
with
was
no way
promptly
out.
punished.
Is there a phone number to that phone?
I don't think there is.
How did you call 911?
Well, you could call 911.
Oh.
I'm sure any phone that, even if it's not connected to satellite, you can call 911.
So your parents, you're 17 years old?
Yes.
She had no idea.
And throughout
you
your
could
whole
even
life,
do
you've
that.
never gone to school?
Right. I started first grade 2015 or 2016.
Uh-huh.
But,
How did you start first grade? Oh, in homeschool?
yes.
And you've never gone to school?
Right.
What else do your parents do to you
She
guys?
never even got to
Oh,
go
my
to a
brother
real
sneaked
school.
up to you right now.
Why did you decide to leave today?
It was the next chance I got that I could film.
How did you get a chance to get out?
Well, I was actually terrified. My mother was
She was
in the kitchen
terrified of
talking
her own mother.
to the older ones, and she was laughing and stuff. And I was terrified, but she just got real mad. She just was doing stuff to my little sister, and I was just like, and she started saying that she was gonna.
This poor girl had to watch
do
all of
stuff
that.
to us, and so I was just so scared, and I just left. I just went out the window. I don't.
So when you left right now, you left out the window?
Yes.
She climbed out the
And
window.
your mom was
This is
awake?
heartbreaking.
When
Yeah,
you she was in the other room?
Yeah.
Does your dad have a gun? Are there any weapons in the house?
Yes, but they don't use it.
How long have your mom and dad been married?
Weapons in the house with chained up kids, bro.
I don't know. They got married when she was 16.
Jordan is referring to her mother, 49-year-old Louise Turpin. According to both of Louise's sisters, Louise essentially ran away from home with the then 23-year-old David when she was only 16.
She was 16, and
David
he
was
was
from a
23.
highly
That's wild.
respected and influential family in their hometown, and it was for this reason that Louise's parents gave their blessing for the two to get officially married.
Yes.
So all kids have the same mom and dad?
Yes.
According to
13
David's
kids,
parents, the
same
reason he
parents,
and
that is
Louise had so
insane.
many children was down to them both being deeply religious in the Pentecostal faith, though the couple didn't attend a church or even have one near their home.
Does your mom take you to the
Deeply
doctor?
religious, but no church that don't
Not
add
all
up.
the time. There was one time we all went to the doctor, and that's because we were sick. And the doctor told us that if we were one day later, it would have been too late. She always waits for the last minute for everything.
Have the police
One day
ever got
later would have been
involved
too
with
late.
this?
That's insane.
Well, why don't you guys just leave the house?
Because we're terrified. We don't really have a way. Everyone's always looking. There's always somebody.
Well, you said your mom's always gone, right?
Right.
They were
So-
literally
Why don't you
trapped
just
in
leave?
there.
Either she leaves one of the older ones there, and our house, it makes a beeping noise.
This
They
beeping noise
literally
was
booby
actually
trapped the
just the
house.
low battery sound from the smoke detectors in the Turpin's home. It seems Jordan is under the impression that this was a signal from some sort of security system. At this point, the other officers pull up to the scene and Deputy Kalachi steps out of the
Finally,
car
the
to direct
officers are
them.
arriving.
It's now
Thank
7
God.
a.m. and the sun has started to rise on this cool January morning when they approach the front door and knock loudly for a couple minutes.
Hi. Hi. Sorry to bug you.
How you guys doing?
Good. We got a call for a check the welfare here at your house. So
Oh, they finally
check
got
the
the
welfare.
door. This is
So just basically check on everybody, make sure everybody's okay. is
Yeah,
all.
why?
Do you guys have kids in the house?
Yes.
Okay, do you mind if we come in and just take a look, make sure everybody's safe and everything's
Yeah,
okay?
go in there and see
Okay,
what they
what
hide in.
kind of call did you get?
Well, we got a call that there was a young female walking around saying that she came from a house over here. We were able to find out that this was a house, and we just wanted to check and make sure everybody was okay.
Think it she came from here?
That's what she said.
From
Oh,
inside
they
this
are
house?
right at the door
Think
now.
so.
It's happening.
Otherwise, we wouldn't be knocking on your
Did
door
she
at
say
Sunday.
her name?
I don't know. Did she say her name?
I don't know offhand, but we
We
need
don't
to
know.
check.
We just
the
need to
welfare.
check and make sure everybody's okay.
You'll notice the officers are careful not to mention Jordan by name, to not implicate her to her parents' faces.
Once we get in, make sure everything's okay, we'll get out of here.
We have a lot where we're packing.
They
We're
play
Okay,
it
getting
so
ready to
smart, not
move.
giving up
Don't
So
choice.
it's a mess in here, so.
All right, that's fine.
We don't mind messes. We've been
But
in
I
worse.
mean,
How you doing, sir?
Okay.
We were just in bed. I mean, like.
So most
that's
people are right now. So we.
Bro,
expect
you were not just in bed.
Okay.
You know
No
exactly
weapons in
what
the
is going
house or
on.
anything like that?
No.
I do have a gun. It's locked up.
Okay, locked up is good. We like that.
Okay.
Okay, well, we're gonna come in and check, okay? We just wanna make sure everybody's okay.
Well, do you have
They have no idea what they're about to walk into.
No.
You don't need one, sir?
As the officers prepare to carry out a warrantless search of the premises, they have determined there are exigent circumstances
need a warrant
surrounding
for
the
this
current
good.
situation. Courts will typically look at the time when officers make the warrantless search or seizure to evaluate whether, at that point in time, a reasonable officer at the scene would have believed it
they
was urgent
definitely
to
had enough
act
reason to
and
go in.
impractical to secure a warrant. Courts may also consider whether the facts suggested that the suspect was armed and planning to escape, whether a reasonable police officer would believe their safety or others' safety was threatened, and whether there was a serious crime involved.
They absolutely had
Police
reason
in
to
hot
go in
pursuit of
there.
a fleeing criminal may also make use of the exigent circumstances exception. As officers push their way past the corpulent door jamb that is David and ease their way into the large open home, they're
did
shocked
not just
and
call him the door
horrified by
jamb.
what greets them. Every inch of the 2,388 square foot house's floor is covered in mounds of rotting food and moldering trash, while the powerful stench of human waste
Bro, that
hangs
house
in
is
the
a
humid
nightmare.
air. Strangely, there also seems to be several dozen unopened boxes and packages of children's toys and brand new children's clothing complete with tags seen peeking out of the monstrous piles of garbage.
All right. Well, like I said, sorry to bug you guys, but we just got this call. We all we do
Sorry
is
to
we
bug
just
you,
check
bro.
and
They
make
got
sure everybody's
kids chained
okay.
up in there.
And
You got a call?
yeah, we got a call from. I'm not sure if it was the young girl that left or if it was a neighbor that saw her walking around the street. So we'll get to the bottom of it as soon as we make
Smart
sure
not
everybody's
giving up
okay.
Jordan's
Then we'll
name.
decide. We'll figure out if maybe she was one of your kids that wandered away. How many kids do you have?
13.
13 total.
Yeah.
Woo! You guys are busy.
Yeah.
Officers head to the back of the house to the children's bedrooms, two tiny
13
back
kids
rooms,
living in
the
that
first
filth,
crammed
bro.
with narrow bunk beds, but otherwise empty, and the second, which is crammed with both bunk beds and a filthy mattress, which is sitting on the floor with two little girls sitting listlessly on top.
Hi, sweetheart.
Those poor babies,
Hi, girls.
man. This is heartbreaking.
Can I see your wrist? Yeah.
Which one?
Okay.
The officers believe they found the room featured in Jordan's phone pictures, but there's
So
only
Jordan
one
was
thing
telling the
missing,
truth the whole
actual
time.
chains. The children, obviously frightened and wary of the strangers, give no answers, though eventually one does point them surreptitiously to a sliding closet door. Meanwhile, Officer Ogden
kid
is
is
still by the
pointing
door
them to
with
the
David and
chains.
Luis, distracting them with questions and small talk.
Where are you guys planning on moving to?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma?
Yeah.
That's a long way away.
Yeah, it is.
You guys know family over there or anything like that?
my job's moving me.
Oh, okay. What do you do
We're
for
about
work?
to run, bro.
I'm an engineer.
Finally, as his eyes have adjusted to the gloom, Officer Ogden notices something to his left and suddenly realizes David Turpin may have had a reason to
What
be
did he
awkwardly
see?
standing in that particular spot in the entryway.
Is this another bedroom back here? You got another couple kiddos asleep there?
Yeah.
Sarge, you got another room in the front right here with two kiddos in the bed.
Officers enter the previously
was blocking that
unnoticed
room
third
on purpose,
bedroom,
bro.
where they find a boy who is chained by his wrists and ankles to the top bunk bed. Back in the girls' room, Officer Rodriguez slides open the closet door and looks inside.
What is behind that closet door, bro?
All right. Let's just go ahead and detain the parents at this point.
Yeah.
Ma'am, why don't you step over here for a minute? Okay, with you. And sir, step over here for a second. Just step over with my partner here for a second. You got any weapons on you?
No.
Turn around real
Get
quick.
them
I'm gonna
both in
check you out.
cuffs right now.
Do me a favor, face that window over here.
Over this way?
Yep. All right, sir. Go ahead. I'm gonna have you turn over here. We're gonna walk outside. All right.
Can I get my house shoes?
Where's your shoes at?
There.
Bro,
Luis,
you
know
are
if they're in
getting
the
arrested right
We'll
now.
have to find them for right now. Let's just walk out and we'll get you something. All right.
In the bedroom or the.
All right. Well, we got the other stuff we're dealing with, and we'll try to find you them. Okay.
Bro is asking.
You don't have any weapons right here.
Really?
Nothing hidden in the bra or anything.
No.
Okay, just making sure because we have some people that do that, so we just want to make sure.
Like I said, I've never been in trouble.
Okay.
Never been in trouble,
This is
she says, while
the
her
first
kids are in
for me.
chains.
And,
Okay. Well,
I don't understand
I'll explain everything as soon as we make sure everybody's safe. Okay. Now let me ask you.
Make sure everybody is safe now. That's rich.
Quickly, are there keys to the little locks?
Yes.
Okay. Where are they?
My son and daughter can get them.
Okay.
That's
so
in the house.
The ones that are in the house, they know where they are?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Is that what this is about?
Well, that's part of it. Yeah,
Is that
definitely.
what this is about?
We need to make
She
sure that
knows
the kids
exactly
are safe
what
and
this
that
is
they're
about.
not tied up.
I know,
So,
that's understandable, but I can
hey,
explain that.
this is mine, so go ahead and put her in that one.
While the parents are being detained, officers still inside the house begin a
Good, get them
desperate
both out
search
of
to
there
find
now.
the key to free the chained child.
Does it work on his?
I know. The other one, that's what I was saying. The other one is in there. It looks different than that, but it's the same size.
It's in the drawer?
It's in the drawer that I was in.
She knows exactly where the keys are.
And finally, the young boy is freed. All 13 of the Turpin children were immediately taken to the hospital to receive
All
treatment for their
13
severe
finally getting the help
malnutrition
they
and
needed.
other injuries. Their ages were officially determined, and though all had the overall appearance of children under 18, more than half of them, in fact, were actually adults between the ages of
they were grown
18 and
adults looking like
29.
kids.
The 28-year-old weighed only 82 pounds at the time of rescue, and all of the children suffered cognitive impairment and nerve damage from the
Every
consistent
single
lack
one
of
of them
food.
damaged for
Investigators would learn that food was something the children were psychologically tormented with, as the parents would buy large food items, such as whole pies, then leave them out for the children to look at, but not eat. As it turns out, the unopened toys investigators
taunt
saw
them
around
with
the house
food
on the
that's
day of the
pure
rescue
evil.
were bought for the very same reason. Investigators would also discover that none of the children were educated, and indeed, none would claim to have knowledge beyond that of an average third grader. David Turpin had filed documents with the county claiming he was running a school
homeschooling
out of
them
his
as a
home for
cover-up.
children, but this was later proved to be completely false. The most they did was inform the children as to what grade they were supposed to be in, on the off chance a stranger asked them during one of their few ventures outside. With the oldest
They coached
daughter
them
Jennifer
just in case
explaining,
that's so
they loved to
calculated.
point out things in Deuteronomy saying that, "We have the right to do this to you. I was afraid to do one little thing wrong." When interrogated by authorities, both parents were completely unwilling or unable to come up with a single
Of course they
viable
couldn't explain
reason
any of
for
that.
why they treated their children this way. And Louise even seemed confused by the questioning. She later wrote this letter to her children from her jail cell. It reads, "Father and I love you so much. We're so sorry for everything we've done wrong, and now realize that we had done some things
Sorry
wrong.
does not even
Things
begin
will
to
be
cover
so
this.
different in the future. The way you eat and outside time and baths will be done more regularly. I'm sorry this had to happen, but our future as a family will be so much better and stronger. We hope to see
She
you
really
guys
thinks
soon.
they're getting a future
Love and
together?
kisses, Mom and Dad. I promise there will be no chains in the house again. That would never happen again. I'm so sorry. I love you so much and hope to see you soon." David had something different to say. In a statement
so now
to the
David got
court,
something to
Your
say,
Honor,
too.
I thank God for all of my children. Each one of them is a blessing from God. My homeschooling and discipline had good intentions. I never intended for any harm to come to my children. I'm sorry if I've done anything to cause them harm. I'm glad that
If
we
you've done
were able to
anything, bro,
resolve
you
this
change your
case
kids
without
up.
my children being forced to testify. I love my children and I believe my children love me. I hope and pray that my children can stay close to each other and look out for each other since their mother and
You lost
father
the right
cannot
to say
be
that,
there
bro.
for them and with them. I hope the very best for my children and their future. When it came time for the children to give statements to the courts, one defended her parents. Joy Turpin, 21 at the time, had this to say: "I want the court to know that our parents loved each other and loved each
After
of their
everything
children.
they did to
They
you.
felt that God blessed them with all their children, so they kept away from the world and trusted God would guide them through life. Through the years, things became more and more overwhelming, but they kept trusting in God. I remember our mother sitting in her recliner and crying,
Trusting
saying
in
she
God
don't
while
know what to
chaining
do.
your kids
She
up.
didn't want to use rope or chains, but she was afraid her children were taking in too much sugar and caffeine. Our parents didn't know we were malnourished. Our parents decided to start
They didn't know
homeschooling
they were
all their children.
malnourished.
I
Are you
believe our
serious right
parents
now?
were afraid to put us in public school for many reasons. I feel like 25 years is too long of a sentence. I believe with all my heart that our parents tried their best to raise all 13 of us, and they wanted to give us a
Tried
good
their
life.
best is doing
The
a lot
oldest
of heavy
child,
lifting
Jennifer,
there.
gave a statement that seems much more in line with the other children who gave interviews to the press. I'm in college now and living independently. I love hanging out with my friends, and life is great. I believe everything
Good for
happens
her.
for a
She
reason.
deserves that
Life may have been bad, but it made me strong. I fought to become the person I am. I saw my dad change my mom. They almost changed me, but I realized what was happening. I immediately did what I could to not become like that. I'm a fighter, I'm strong, and I'm shooting through life like a rocket. In April 2019, David and Louise Turpin were both sentenced to 25 years to life in prison, where they remain to this day. As for the Turpin children, once their parents were arrested, they were split into two groups, with the adults being placed in supportive care and the underage children being placed into foster homes. This should have been where their story ended, as the children were now free and should have been safely on the road to recovery. But unfortunately, in 2022, the 6 younger Turpin children filed a lawsuit against both Riverside County and ChildNet, a private foster care agency, alleging that they were knowingly placed in inhumane foster homes. At the time of this video, a resolution to this lawsuit has not been made. The adult Turpin children didn't entirely escape hardship at the hands of the county either. Tons of support flowed in from all over the country after their 2018 rescue, with money from the donations alone totaling $600,000. However, the money was placed in a trust and the children were allegedly unable to obtain funds from the court-appointed guardian of the trust upon request. It wasn't until ABC's 2020 investigated and aired a special on the case that, according to Jordan, people started listening and doing their jobs, and the money was distributed to the Turpin children.
This guy, he broke into the house. He's dead.
Got a body on the bathroom floor.
Wait, there's a body now. What is happening?
I'll never get to
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's like I'm in a bad dream, but I can't wake up.
A frantic teenager calls 911 after surviving a violent home invasion that leaves 2 people dead. But suspicious evidence at the scene raises chilling questions, forcing investigators to consider an unthinkable suspect.
Oh, sorry, I did it. My bad.
The following is based on official police records, and some of the footage has never been seen before until now. Please note that all persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. Just after midnight on July 7, 2024, dispatchers in Palm Bay, Florida answer a desperate call to 911.
911, what's the location of the emergency? Hello? Okay.
Help me.
Okay, what's going on?
Oh, God. So, basically, I was home alone, and this guy,
but they said 2 people dead.
he broke into the house. I grabbed the phone, so I...
Do you know who the man is?
No, I don't know who it was.
Is he still in there?
Bro, they already told us who it really was.
I don't think so. I waited. I hid in my room for like a really long time. I don't even know how long it's been.
The caller, later identified as 16-year-old Julia Grace Egler, explains that the intruder broke in through the sliding glass door in the back of the house.
I don't think the door was locked, but I don't think he knew that there was a hammer by the back window.
Was it your hammer, or did they bring it with them?
It was just the house hammer. It was just by the back sink. They stuck it down. They grabbed it and
very specific
broke in the window.
They broke the window with a hammer that you already had in your yard?
Yeah, with the glass.
Okay, take a deep breath. You haven't heard them in a while, right?
Oh,
was there only one person that you saw?
That I saw, yeah. There was one person.
Okay, and where are you in the house right now?
I'm just in the living room.
Okay, we already have help on the way, so just take a deep breath, okay? Did they try to make contact with you?
No, because I brought... The only thing I was able to grab in time were the dogs, because I wanted them with me. But I didn't want whoever it was to kill them, obviously.
Is there anyone else at home with you?
But not the people.
Not anymore.
Were you expecting anyone to come home?
My mom and her boyfriend were out getting, they were buying a bed frame for her bed, so they were out buying stuff, and it's just me home alone.
Oh man, I know this is really scary. But your mom and her boyfriend should be on their way home?
She said both people are dead, bro.
No,
Okay, take a deep breath. We have officers that are going to be coming into the area really soon, and I'm going to stay on the phone with you just in case, okay?
With officers on their way, the dispatcher takes steps to ensure the home is safe for them to enter. But a simple question changes everything in an instant.
You still have your dogs with you?
They're still in my room. I didn't let them out because I didn't want them getting blood
she said she was in
over
the
their
living room,
paws.
though.
Right. Well, did you say blood all over their paws?
Yeah, because...
Is there blood inside your house?
Yes.
Whose blood is it? Is it your blood or is it the person who broke in blood? Are
She
you
already
injured?
said both people are dead.
You're fine.
No,
So
I'm fine.
it's the person who broke in. It's their blood. Where is it at?
No, I don't know if it's their blood or not, but I don't think it's theirs. It's my mom. From what I heard when I was hiding in my room, I could have warned her. It's all my fault. If I had been able to grab the phone, then...
No, nothing is your fault. If someone broke into your house, nothing is your fault. Now, I just want to confirm, do you know if anyone is hurt at your house?
This is getting dark.
Officers with the Palm Bay Police Department arrive and greet Julia at the door, seemingly unaware of the grim scene waiting on the other side.
Hello. How you doing? What's going on? Why is there blood on the floor?
The officer just walked into a whole crime scene.
What? You okay? Are you okay? Are you bleeding?
No.
Who's bleeding?
I'm
Come outside. Come outside. Come outside. What is going on? Why is that door smashed?
They know something is real wrong in there.
252, can we have medical respond? We have blood on the floor.
Who's bleeding? Where's your mom? Stay here. Stay here. Hey. Hang on. It was 10:33. Somebody stay out here with her.
10:33, that's an emergency code.
I got doors to the right. Got a body.
You okay?
I don't know. I mean, physically, I guess, but...
Bro said got a body like it's nothing.
Please help me. Bobby, please.
Got a body on the bathroom floor.
Julia's mother, 38-year-old Kelly McCullum, and Kelly's boyfriend, 22-year-old Matthew Zenort, are found inside, both appearing to have suffered multiple gunshot wounds.
Oh no,
A large chef's knife with presumed blood on the blade sits on the bathroom counter, consistent with the multiple stab wounds on Matthew's body. Both victims are beyond any hope of saving.
Both of them gone, man. This is horrible.
Sorry. I'm sorry. If I had just grabbed the phone. I had just grabbed the phone.
If you just grab the phone in time? Are you
Poor
hurt
kid
anyway?
is blaming herself, man.
Oh.
Was there any arguments or anything tonight?
Oh, they already digging into what happened.
Me and my mom used to argue a lot.
You have
I should have told her I loved her.
Go and get it started.
It's okay. I should have told her I loved her. Okay. Hey, it's okay. I'll
She
never
blaming
forget
herself,
you.
bro. This is heartbreaking.
It's okay. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's okay. Please forgive me.
Officers ask Julia if there are other family
She keeps
members who can be
saying sorry, like she
contacted,
knows something.
but the teen's only immediate relatives are a father and brother living out of state.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry so much. It's not a very manly thing to do.
I don't apologize for having feelings. It's okay.
Nah, I gotta chill. This is a real case.
If you need to throw up, okay?
Nobody's gonna judge you for that, right?
Nah, that officer is being real gentle with her, though.
Absolutely. No judgment here. Just love, okay?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, she's sobbing. I should have said I love you more. She knows my mom's dead already.
She already knows, bro. It's heavy.
Nicole's talking to her, so I'll just calm her down a bit.
Let's hope.
Julia is moved farther down the driveway, kept out of earshot as officers discuss the details with a sergeant who has
keep her
just
away from
arrived
all
on
that.
scene.
Same setting. Kitchen floor. Setting in the bathroom. He's got shell casings in there, and also a butcher knife in there.
Okay.
Outside the back door, there's a an axe
Shell
with a
casings and a
sledgehammer.
knife.
Where
This
he
is
busted
bad.
the door in.
Okay.
There's shells, not spent, but there's rounds outside the back door, which look like the same ones that are in the bathroom.
shells
and
There's like 3 or 4
scattered
empty shell casings in the bathroom.
Okay.
The sergeant relays this information to an arriving detective, along with a harrowing theory.
Shell casings are by him. Looks like murder-suicide. You can see where he
So they think Matthew did all this.
screen door in the back.
Yeah, some axe back there on the floor.
Does
They're
the
in the
juvenile live here? Yeah, she's the daughter of
She's the daughter.
female, but not the male. I don't believe so.
I don't know.
Both gone.
And there is history of DV.
Yeah, I guess
Between
there's
the
history
two.
out here.
Just curious, when was our last call out here? I can go check the history.
We had a signal late.
Oh,
They
I
already know there's a history of DV here.
She was signal late a couple weeks.
116 Monday.
3 months earlier, on April 8, 2024, officers had been called to the home for a domestic dispute between Kelly and Julia. Footage obtained from this incident reveals a troubling
Wait, so they
history
had issues
between
before
them.
this too.
So my daughter, I'm having a hard time with my teenage daughter.
Yep.
Really hard time. She's been Baker acted twice in the last month. She took beers and would not give them
twice
back.
in 1 month.
Said
That's
no,
rough.
she would not give them back. She started to drink. I have her phone.
Yep.
She's obsessed about, and
She's punished.
when she was drinking alcohol, I took the phone and she's like, "Give it back, give it back." And she barricades her room. Won't let me out of
This
her room.
poor
I
kid
said,
was
"Let me out
already
of your room."
struggling before all
Did it
this.
on the thing. She grabs this off of me very fast, starts to run towards the door. I didn't want to touch her, so I grabbed the back of the hoodie.
She was trying not to escalate
Again,
this.
he's a witness. I'm like, I'm from.
That's
I
fine.
grabbed the hoodie and she fell on her butt. And she goes, "You choked me, you choked me." And I said, "I didn't mean to choke you. I'm sorry. I grabbed the hoodie because you were running out the door, didn't know where
That
you're
hoodie
going."
grab story
the
sounds
cell
real
phone.
suspicious.
Kelly explained that Julia went into the bathroom and locked the door. The officers went inside to ensure Julia's safety.
You haven't made any kind of statements tonight wanting to hurt your mom, or I guess you guys got into an
Hear her side,
altercation.
too.
And were you drinking beer?
I don't think so. No.
You don't think so?
No.
It's gotta be yes or no.
No, it's a no. I'm just an ugly crier, so it's probably why my face looks red or
She
whatever.
is clearly
Well, no,
lying
she
about
said
not
that you,
drinking.
like, I guess, possibly grabbed a beer out of the fridge.
I think I just grabbed it to just be like annoy her or something.
Look at me, kind of
Yeah.
I've done that.
After ensuring Julia was okay and unharmed, the officer expressed his concerns, bringing up another past incident.
We just don't want it to escalate to the point where we start making
This was
irrational
already escalating months ago.
statements or actions towards ourselves or someone else, right? Because obviously that's when we get called. I mean, what happened last time that we came?
They already know
You
the
had to go to the
history that's
hospital.
not good.
Yeah.
According to police records, during the previous call, Julia was sent for a psychiatric evaluation after taking too much Tylenol.
If you're going through
Too much
anything, I'd rather
Tylenol,
you
man,
talk
that's so sad.
than bottle it up. Because the moment you bottle it up, you're just going to keep piling stuff on, and it's just going to blow up, right? That's usually what happens. I don't want
That's
that to
real
happen.
talk right there.
But now,
honestly.
3 months later, a full-blown tragedy has just taken place, and detectives must work to figure out exactly what happened. Julia explains to a detective that it was still light outside when an intruder
Okay,
came
so
to
now
the
we'll
back
finally hear
door.
her side.
After seeing him, Julia claims to have grabbed the 2 dogs and fled to the bedroom.
I was in my room and it was so loud. It was so loud. And then
What was
She's
loud?
terrified, bro.
it
This
was
is
so
heavy.
quiet. The silence. I heard.
What was loud? Like yelling?
No, I think I heard
She can't even
gunshots.
explain what she heard that's suspicious.
Okay.
And when I heard those, I knew someone had died. I could
She
feel
knew
it,
right
you know?
then that Kelly was
I don't
gone.
know if that sounds stupid, but I just
So how long ago did you hear these gunshots?
like hour-ish, maybe more. I couldn't
An
tell.
hour, and
As
you're just
time
now telling
passed,
them.
It just felt like so long. The silence was so loud.
What did you see when you came out?
Sitting there now. Just a bloody mess. And then her boyfriend
Wait, so the boyfriend was still there.
killed them.
Who killed them?
I don't know. I had just been braver, faster.
She was hiding in the room the whole time, though.
The detective learns that Julia spoke with Kelly via text while she and Matthew were out of the house. But after reading this conversation, something clearly doesn't add up.
You guys are having
The texts are gonna
conversations,
expose everything.
but you said it was light out when someone started breaking into the house. But these text conversations are happening at 9:15 p.m.
I'm not exactly sure. Maybe it was like sunset-ish. I don't know.
But the confusion doesn't end with Julia's unclear timeline. Inside the home, officers struggle to make sense of a crime scene that becomes more puzzling by the second.
So he must have been shooting as he came in. I don't.
Wait,
I
that
think.
doesn't line up with what she said.
But the casings are in the bathroom.
Yeah, but there's a casing right, or there's a.
Right.
He could have picked the casings up. I think he was waiting for her. Her backpack's there. Her shoes are off.
All right.
Like she can then take the shoes off, set the backpack down. She's gonna have to be shot on that right hand side. She walks in the door, and then he comes out. He's sitting over here. Yeah.
So the killer
While
was
there are
just
multiple
waiting
shell
inside for her.
casings and unspent rounds of ammunition throughout the house, there's no sign of a gun anywhere.
Is there guns inside the home?
Yeah, there was.
There was? Where did it go?
No.
Wait, so the gun just vanished.
How do you know it's not there anymore?
I don't know. I went into my mom's room and before I called 911 because I wanted to see if he was still here or not.
Wait, she went looking around before calling 911.
Okay, what did you do when you were in your mom's room?
She has this lockbox where she kept a lot of my things. So I looked in there to see if it's stolen any like electronics or anything, right? Because those are expensive.
You went to check for
And
stolen
I could see
electronics, not your family.
the holster where the gun was. It was empty.
Along with the gun, Julia claims several boxes of ammunition were also missing from Kelly's room. The detective steps away
So the gun just
momentarily,
vanished. How
asking an
convenient.
officer to give Julia a pat-down.
You're not in trouble or anything, but this is just for everybody. Nothing on you that's going to poke, stick, or stab me on. Are these your AirPods?
Afterward, the detective calls the officer away from Julia.
She snorted. Bro, this girl is way too calm.
Something actually like photos or anything? Don't ask me questions. I'm pretty sure she
Rather than confront Julia outright, the detective continues asking questions,
Just say it.
searching for anything else that might confirm her suspicions.
Did you touch your mom?
I don't think so, no. I didn't want to touch their bodies. They were on the ground and stuff, and I didn't know if
She's
it would
stumbling
make things
over every
worse. I didn't
single
know what it
answer.
would do. But,
What do you mean by make things worse?
well, I didn't know if like it would hurt or if like I was, I don't know, put her through more pain by like moving her. And I don't know.
She already said her mom was dead, though.
Okay, was she breathing when you saw her?
I don't think so.
Did you check to see if she had a pulse or anything like that?
I didn't touch her, so no, but I didn't hear her breathing, and there was a
She
big
didn't even check on her own
pool
mother,
of blood,
bro.
so I just assumed, yes.
So you just what?
Assumed, I guess.
Okay. Is that, you did the same thing with Matthew? Assume?
The detective is not buying
And
any
they were
of
all
this.
bloody. I didn't want to get blood all over my hands, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I just felt like if I did anything, it would make it worse.
Still, blood
She
seems
didn't
to
even
have
check if they were
transferred onto
alive,
Julia's
bro.
shoes, as bloody footprints are discovered throughout the house.
Is this you guys?
No, that was not us because we did not step in any blood.
These look like Converse. Yeah, those
Bloody
are,
footprints?
I think,
But she
daughters.
said she didn't touch
shoes.
anything.
And the gun, have you ever touched the gun?
A long time ago, my mom had me train with it in case someone broke
So she
in.
knows how to use the gun.
So you're familiar with guns and how they work, how they shoot? Okay. Well, I know it's a lot for you to process. I know it's a lot going on right now for you.
Oh, now you want to be gentle with her.
Obviously, we're going to do our absolute best to figure out what happened here. Because, you know, it's your mom, right? So we want justice for your mom and her boyfriend to
playing
figure
the
out who
long
did this
game with her
and,
right
and
now.
why. Is anybody come to mind?
My mom told me once that they were really into like drugs and stuff. I don't know if if it was someone who had some kind of like grudge and came after them, or because this is just me like thinking out loud.
Yeah.
But they didn't really seem like they wanted me in particular. It was like, because if you think about it, if I know that there was dogs barking, and you don't like go into a room with a pit bull in it, that's obviously a dumb thing to
She's
do.
literally building her own
Like, do you think they knew you were there?
Well, I think they saw me, but I don't think they. I didn't really pay attention to. I was mostly focusing on getting my dogs and me
Focusing
out
on the
of
dogs,
trouble,
not
right?
checking on
Because
your own mom.
I've had them for years and love them with all my heart.
So why do you think it is that he didn't come after you?
The dogs.
By Julia's account, the killer smashed through the unlocked sliding glass
The dog
door,
saved her
took
life,
Kelly's gun and ammunition from her bedroom, waited for Kelly and Matthew to return home, shot them both, and fled, all while leaving behind a potential witness who could have identified him. It's a tall tale, but whether
Yeah,
there's
that story
truth
does
to
not
any
add
of
up
it
at all.
remains to be seen. For now, the detective leaves Julia in the company of an officer who keeps a watchful eye.
It's like another bad dream that I can't wake up.
I can't even begin to imagine. I'm sorry.
When I wake up tomorrow, my mom
She's way too calm about all this.
to say, "Good morning, honey. Did you sleep?" I'm going to jail.
Why would you go to jail?
I can't find anywhere else.
That's not what happens.
While a search warrant is secured for the residence, Julia is taken to
Securing
the
the
police
warrant.
station and
Now,
left in the
okay,
care of two
let's see what they
officers.
find.
Wow, what a night. It's been busy. Sorry to kind of like add more to your plate. Why are you apologizing? I don't know. Well, I get that a lot. I
Why
guess
is she
it's out of how they're
apologizing to
doing
the
it.
cops right now?
Yeah.
Hold on, wait. Did you hit the lady over there in Malibu earlier? That's where I was at. Somebody got hit by a car. Was it you? Okay. You apologized, so I figured I'd ask.
Oh, sorry, I did it. My bad.
The cop is
Wait,
actually
it
kind
was
of funny
you?
for that.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I'm the criminal here.
An officer then collects Julia's shoes, giving the teenager a pair of booties and a snack.
My mom loves these. I'm sorry, Anna.
By morning,
just hit
Julia is
different,
still
bro.
waiting
She
for
said Mom
detectives to
loves
begin
these.
questioning. Officers assigned to Julia's care deliver breakfast and put on a popular anime called Death Note. The show centers on a teenager with a supernatural notebook that allows its user to kill anyone whose name is written in it,
put on Death
as
Note
long
for a
as they
murder
know
suspect,
the
bro.
person's face. Finally, detectives bring Julia into the interrogation room, where the truth of what happened to Kelly and Matthew will soon
Here we
come
go.
to light.
Finally, the real
But first,
interrogation.
they address something new they've learned about Julia.
I was informed that you like to go by Jasper. Is that accurate? Because I don't want to, you know. Yeah. And what are your pronouns, if you don't mind me asking?
I usually go by he.
He? Okay. So obviously it's been a couple of hours, so you've been with us, so I gotta read you this thing. Your rights first, and then we can go through everything with you and figure out what's going on.
In Florida, juveniles have the same
Here come the
Miranda
Miranda
rights as
rights.
adults,
This is getting
and
real.
courts have ruled that a parent does not have to be present before police questioning. After reading the Miranda warnings, the 16-year-old agrees to answer questions. Very quickly,
16,
investigators
no parent
learn that
present,
Kelly
that's
and
wild.
Julia had an argument just one day before the murders took place.
Do you know what the argument was a reference?
I think I wanted to go to like the party or something, and she didn't remind me about it, and I was mad at her for
Party is
just
what started all
going
this.
without me. I think something along those lines.
But you wanted to go out and have a good time too. It was like a birthday party?
I think so, something like that. I don't know.
So she comes home with him, and you wake up, and you guys get into a little
So
bit
the
of
argument
a
led to all of
disagreement. You're
this.
expressing your frustrations, rightfully so. You wanted to go to this party. And she's expressing her frustrations back. What is she saying back to you?
They really getting her to open up
Just
slowly.
this back and forth of I did tell you, no, you didn't.
Okay.
Yes.
So what came of that?
I think she took my iPod and my phone, but before she left again, she gave it
She
back.
took the phone and
so I'd
the
be able to
iPod
text
over a
her.
party.
According to Julia, when the devices were confiscated, Kelly would put them in the lockbox in her bedroom.
So I looked in there to see if it's stolen any like electronics or anything, right? Because those are expensive.
Before they continued, Julia asked to use the restroom. They take the opportunity to collect the teenager's clothing for evidence, trading them for a jumpsuit. When questioning resumes, they press more about the ongoing disputes with Kelly.
Well, me and her would have a lot of arguments about things, especially over like me being trans. So she'd be like, "Okay, you're not a real boy," and blah blah blah, and all the whole spiel of transphobic stuff.
Okay.
But
she doesn't approve of your lifestyle.
That so much of the tension
she
between
doesn't approve of that.
would you say that she was like trying to kind of meet me in the middle, but it wasn't really working all that well all the time. She would try to call me child instead of, because it's more like gender neutral rather than kind of meeting in the middle, I guess.
Kelly's Facebook page is filled with photos that suggest they once shared a close bond. In a video Kelly posted in February of 2020, affectionately captioned, "My Julia," the preteen proudly speaks in support of Kelly's business.
My name is Julia, and I want to tell you about. If you want to learn more, go to my mom's website.
But as the interrogation continues, it becomes clear the relationship between them had deeply fractured following Julia's decision to transition.
Is she misgendering you?
Yeah.
So when you guys are arguing, is she intentionally, calling you she, or not using the appropriate pronouns, or not referring to you as Jasper and referring to you as Julia?
And like, actually kind of being like, this is going to be kind of vulgar, but she'd be like, "Oh, you have breasts and a vagina, blood," and all that, all that kind of shoving it in my face. And I'd yell back, "I know, you don't think I know that?" Because obviously it's kind of painful, because she would always say that, "Oh, they're dumb and stupid like that. No, it's not real. Even if you get the surgeries, it's not real," and things like that.
Is that something you guys had discussed? Getting surgeries and whatnot?
A lot, yeah. And she'd be like, "Oh, I don't want you to sew on a fake like that."
3 months earlier, during the domestic dispute call, Kelly discussed this ongoing conflict with police.
Basically, the kids get into now, this whole trans, it's so bad. Yeah. And I'm totally against it. But I still was kind. I was like, if you want to think you're a boy, you can think that. But you're my daughter, you're Julia, and we're just not going to talk about it then.
As for Matthew, Julia says they never discussed it. So this was never a point of contention between them.
Me and him didn't really talk a lot. It's the thing. We're
so Matthew wasn't
kind of peaceful, but like
coexisting.
Coexisting, that's the word. We weren't friends, but like we weren't necessarily enemies either. It's kind of just whatever.
He's just a couple years older than you, right?
So they just coexisted under the same roof.
How do you feel about that?
Oh, I didn't like it. I mean, I don't really support their relationships, the thing. So I think that's the only kind of like tension that there was between us, because it would always be kind of awkward when it was just me and him in the house, because we wouldn't say to each other. Yeah. Because it's kind of like, I don't really want you here, and it was kind of obvious because I didn't support the relationship at all.
With potential motives uncovered, investigators still must work to unravel a tangled story filled with many contradictions, unanswered questions, and disturbing clues.
So circling back to the argument that you had today, she takes the iPod away and the phone. She ends up giving it back before she leaves. Where is she going? Or they, rather.
Wait, so the mom gave the stuff back and left?
Go get a bed frame for her bed because she got tired of it being on the floor.
Julia claims Kelly and Matthew left together around 7 or 8 p.m. And shortly after is when the alleged intruder made his appearance.
So what do you hear next after that?
Well, I hide, and then I'm just sitting there hiding, and the dogs are barking, and then I hear the glass shatter and come in, so I knew that it's probably him coming in.
But hours earlier, an officer waiting with Julia made a crucial observation, raising the possibility that someone else may have broken the glass door.
Wait, what happened to your hand?
Just an old scar.
Did you get into an accident or something?
One day I'd come home from doing whatever I was doing, and I forgot my key. And
with the hand explanation.
Just broke my window and got in.
You punched the window? There's no rocks or anything outside?
Not that I could find, but it's not like it's like
so she punched through glass before interesting.
Still covering, I guess.
According to police records, the glass from the backsliding door was found on top of Julia's bloody footprints, as well as Kelly's leg and Matthew's cell phone. meaning the glass had been shattered after the murders took
she
place.
broke the glass herself.
Though the detectives are aware of this fact, they allow Julia to continue the story.
After a while, when he's walking around, I can hear him like doing something, and then there's like a lot of like banging. And
She already told on herself with that hand.
And I hear like wood cracking and stuff. I think he kicked down the door to my mom's room.
Julia says nearly an hour passed with the intruder in the house before Kelly and Matthew arrived home.
How did you know it was them walking through the door?
I don't know, I guess I just assumed, because I think I heard their voices, or kind of, I couldn't say, like, tell what they were saying, but it sounded like, kind of sounded like them, so I assumed it was them. And that's when I heard the loud, like, banging that I assumed was, like, gunshots or something, and yelling.
She assumed a lot for someone who was hiding.
I think Matthew was yelling.
What was he yelling?
I think it was something along the lines of like stop or something.
You heard gunshots before?
Yeah.
And did it sound like gunshots to you?
Yeah.
To punching through
Okay.
glass
And how many gunshots do you think you heard?
Like 5, 6-ish maybe.
But once again, Julia shared something with the officer in the lobby that suggests the 16-year-old was much closer to the gunshots.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know what's up in my ears, kind of messing with me.
Did you get in the ear or something lately?
She was right there.
Some things happened and some loud gunshots, so yeah, I think that's what's making this ring.
She just casually said gunshots.
Hopefully I don't
like
have
that.
tinnitus now.
Yeah. How close were you to the gunshots?
I was in a different room, but it was still loud enough.
Must have been a pretty big gun then.
Not really. It was just. I think they took the one that was in my mom's room.
They had a gun in the
But I'm
house.
not quite sure, but I think.
What kind of gun did your mom have?
I don't remember, but it was like a handgun, and on the standard of handguns, it was
a lot
pretty
for
small.
someone hiding in another room.
Smaller than that one.
Okay.
Kelly's .38 special revolver was found in the backyard, just underneath Julia's bedroom window. Julia again explains that more than an hour passed before it felt safe enough to emerge from the bedroom.
The gun was
When I
right
actually,
under her window, though.
Came out, the first thing I saw was blood on the ground.
Outside your bedroom door? Okay. Then what did you see next?
She saw blood right outside her door, bro.
I looked to the left, and that's when I saw Matthew on the ground.
Did it look like he was breathing when you looked into the bathroom?
Saw everything.
Matt?
I think I could hear him faintly, as like gurgling.
Okay.
Despite signs that Matthew may have still been alive, Julia didn't call for an
Still
ambulance.
alive, and she didn't help.
I remember at some point I went in my mom's room and saw that the door had been like, kind of looked like it had been like busted in. Well, again, I was checking to see if anything had been stolen when I saw the
Checking
lockbox
if
where
anything was stolen, bro. Someone is dying.
I assumed my mom kept most of my devices when she took them, and again, devices are expensive.
Such as?
Like my iPod or my phone that my dad had shut off, things like that.
Okay, so you saw those in there, so they hadn't been stolen.
Are these your AirPods?
And that gun that your mom has, the one that was missing, have you ever touched that gun before?
Right.
That's what I used to get trained for my gun certificate.
With Julia's account conflicting with evidence found at the scene, investigators confront the teenager directly.
To be quite honest with you, we don't believe that this is how this happened, okay? All right. We've looked over this crime scene, and there's things in this crime scene that's not adding up with what you're saying,
They calling her out on it.
Because I don't believe the story about someone coming into the house We looked at your surveillance camera. Okay? We don't see nobody coming through that back door. We see your parents coming home.
The camera's got everything, it's over.
Through the front door. We see bloody footprints inside the dining room area in front of the rear sliding glass door underneath the glass.
Bloody footprints leading right
that
to
blood
the
should
back
be on
door.
top of the glass. I'm gonna ask you straight up, okay? Are you the reason why did you hurt your parents today, your mom and Matthew? And if you did, was there a reason why you had to do
straight
it?
up.
Theoretically speaking, let's say what you're saying, that it was, theoretically speaking, let's say that it was me, right? What?
So Jasper, we're going to be honest with you. It's not really theoretical at this point. Everything he just stated to you is telling us that something happened that you're not telling us.
Julia tries to argue that there are blind spots on their security cameras, and an intruder could have simply avoided them. But the detective reminds Julia that an intruder would have had to know where those blind spots were ahead of time, something that is very unlikely in their experience.
I was just about to say, what if it was you that did this?
I'm saying theoretically.
Okay.
Theoretically what?
What?
You said that get it off your chest and whatever, but it's like, that's not how that works. It's...
Of course, it's not going to go away that quick. It's not. But you gives us a reason, because other people are going to look at this interview, and they're going to want to know: is this a monster over here, or is this somebody who made a terrible mistake? Did you shoot your
textbook
your mom and
manipulation
Matthew
tactic
today?
right there?
Well, you're basically saying that I did, so do you even need my answer?
While the remainder of Julia's interview was redacted, the detectives provided a detailed summary of the chilling confession
never
that
actually
followed.
admitted it outright.
Julia admitted to breaking into Kelly's bedroom while she was gone, obtaining the revolver and ammunition. The teenager then waited in the kitchen for Kelly and Matthew to arrive home, with a gun in one hand and a knife hidden in a pants pocket. When they walked through the front door at 10:34 p.m., Julia told them, "Welcome home." Julia confessed to shooting and killing Kelly before turning the gun on Matthew, who pleaded for the teen to stop. Julia then followed Matthew into the bathroom where he retreated, stabbing him multiple times after running out of ammunition. Finally, Julia reloaded the revolver and shot Matthew one more time in the head, ultimately killing him. Julia then shattered the sliding glass door and tossed the gun outside near the bedroom window in an attempt to stage the crime scene as a break-in, and called 911 roughly 90 minutes later. Julia admitted to reaching a breaking point over Kelly's lack of support for the teen's transition and Julia's lack of support for Kelly's relationship with 22-year-old Matthew. According to court documents on August 6, 2024, Julia Egler was indicted on 2 counts of first-degree premeditated murder with a firearm and was held without bond. Julia Egler entered a written plea of not guilty, and the case is ongoing. A public statement released by the Florida State's Attorney's Office confirms that Julia will be prosecuted as an adult, adding that the teenager is not eligible to receive the death penalty by law.